The following program is meant for adult audiences only. If you are easily offended, you are choosing to be offended by continuing to watch. If jokes upset you, whether bad or good, you might end up crying. Being a bitch in life is difficult, I imagine, but you must find a way to continue. For all the haters and lurkers, hope you enjoyed the show. For the bigot army, enjoy the show. Don't be a pussy.
そうだ。テレビつけてもいいぞ。
冒険アニメ。
よりによって。
サイレンサー付きの拳銃だと。
ワクワク。
Here we go! Mucha lucha, mucha lucha. It's the way of life.
There is a fifth dimension, beyond that which is known to man. It is a dimension as vast as space and as timeless as infinity. It is the middle ground between light and shadow, between science and superstition, and it lies between the pit of man's fears and the summit of his knowledge. This is the dimension of imagination. It is an area which we call
the Grifter Zone.
Good moo! Oh, you found your moo!
My crew is big and it keeps getting bigger. That's 'cause Jesus Christ is.
Man, I want to get drunk in a hotel room with you.
That might be taken
Phrasing.
out of context.
Gay, gay, gay.
Oh. No. How is it my fault? What? The bragging gifted this and I'm immediately called an anti-Semite? Come on, dog.
Bruh.
What are these characters? Nazi furry? Hypno, why would you do this to me? Said, welcome to Goonergate. Protect your booty hole.
What's up, nerds? It's Alyssa Mercante, Kotaku senior editor, and
nobody even wants you here.
And I would take her to Chili's, maybe. You know, like, genuinely, I just want the best for her. Genuinely.
Listen, if it was consensual and you didn't hate the Jews, I'd fuck the shit out of you. I would.
What did he say? People are gonna clip that. You know that I don't.
Clip it. I know you don't. Come on, but that's the thing. Why can't we have fun?
Bruh.
That's an interesting way of putting. That makes sense.
He's jealous. Fuck yeah. Been knew I was that bitch. I didn't need a man to tell him to fuck.
And Hypnotic again, member for 1 month. Thank you. Enjoy First Berserker. What's that black stuff between an elephant's toes? Slow natives. Wait.
Wild.
Yeah. On the other end of the spectrum. Yes.
Okay.
I'd say that goes out of dad into dark, but sure, yeah.
Definitely dark.
Somebody replies and it says, "This is embarrassing." And he says, "Not as embarrassing as your take on trans kids. It was not researched. It was cruel and it had no basis in facts. So forgive me if I don't take all your takes that seriously." Who's this person?
Bruh.
Look at the fucking thumbnail. God of Cock Meltdown. Oh my God, look at this. Oh man. Yeah, sure. Trans kids, for sure, man.
Right, but you're giving an opinion on an article with a headline that's inflammatory. So the fact that you're giving an opinion on what's on screen,
Did
can
I
I
focus on the inflammatory nature of the headline?
Well, can I assume that everything in this article you would agree with?
You shouldn't assume. It makes an ass out of yourself and me.
Okay, so
down his timeline, you're gonna see a lot of ass and titties. Okay, me on my Twitter timeline, you ain't gonna see none of that. As a matter of fact, like I can show you, I can scroll down my entire news feed on Twitter. Why would you ruin my point? I'm trying. God damn. Why would you ruin it? I didn't do that. I don't know who this chick is. Why would you do that? I can't even edit it out.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
Someone you love been canceled? Have you been the target of online harassment because of something you said or refused to be compelled to say by the mob? Did you mistakenly think you could be an individual, form your own opinions, and keep all of your friends?
Titty
Did your social
sprinkles.
credit score tanked because you had a conversation with, subscribe to, or follow someone who suffers from wrongthink? Have you been called a literal Nazi because you think taking care of one's physical health is important? Have you tried apologizing for your transgressions only to find out you actually poured gasoline on the they-them flames? Have you ever had a politically incorrect thought or, heaven forbid, made an off-color joke? Well, we here at the Office of the Cancelled are here for you. As a member of the club, we offer exclusive trading cards, flak jackets, lapel pins, access to bomb shelters, as well as audio tracks from based artists that are sure to pump you up for a day at the range and get some of that much-needed two-way therapy. Remember, folks, you're only canceled if you let yourself be canceled, and every one of those collectivist NPCs can go fuck themselves.
Eating the dogs, they're eating the cats. Eat the cat, eat the cat.
I'll wait some time because the longer we wait, like the more realistic it'll be, you know, when he comes back to life. The touch of the black man in a woke story. The God hand shining down, shining upon thee. White man as you lay down. Cis white man and couple in background. Understand the power of a black man is a God hand.
Pro-black Twitter!
I breathe life into you. One touch is not enough from greatness. One touch from the black man. Watch me do it again. Kneel and be amazed at the touch of the black man. I bring life. I bring life.
Pro-black Twitter hoes!
That's right! That's right!
Robocock, don't clip that, no!
Bruh.
Oh God, that's getting clipped.
Hey yo, what the fuck?
Oh shit. I was doing so good tonight too.
Drops, retard. Robocock.
We've got to celebrate our differences.
Okay, y'all were scared, right? You can admit it.
You could admit it. You could admit if you were scared. I can see it. I could see it in the chat. Everybody's like, heresy. You can't do that. Don't do that. You goddamn troll. I know. I see it. I see it everywhere. Welcome, everybody, to another episode of Hypnocast. That's right. We are live, boys. We are live. We are live. We're live. We're going to dive down the rabbit hole that is known as the internet. But before we do that, boys, you got to bring it in. Come on, bring it in close. Bring it in close. I forgot to make my avatar bigger. God damn it. Now we're going to see all the dirty comments. Bring it in close. Come on. Bring it in close. Let's go, ladies and gentlemen. Bring it in close and listen very closely. If you are watching on YouTube, look at the comment. Look at the comment. My God. If you're watching on YouTube, like the stream. I know, it's crazy. It's almost as if we do this every day. If you're watching on Rumble, like the stream. If you're watching on Twitter, like the post. And if you are watching anywhere else right now, that honestly, it just makes you kind of gay. Like the stream. Don't be like that. Don't be like that. Can I get a mic check, please? Mic check, titty check, balls check. What are we checking, man? What are we checking today? Guys, holy crap. The things that are going on right now. It's amazing. It is amazing. We got a lot we got to go over, not even just in gaming, but we also got plenty more to talk about when it comes to things like the Online Safety Act. We got a lot we need to cover, but what are we checking, man? What are we checking? UK fuck around and find out check? Absolutely. Hypnotic brand Clippy waifu body pillow check. That is not happening. Spicy sausage check. Nice. 8-Bit Eric suing Review Tech USA check. Is that really happening? It's about time. Testicular fortitude check. Let's go. Medication check. All right. Hope you're good. Hope you're good. What else, man? Hypno rat check? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Am I still going to play games despite threats of arrest? What? Are they threatening to arrest people? Well, good luck with that. First day of college check. Nice. Congratulations. Empanadas check. Hell yes. Dragon Quest 11 check. Let's go. Repent check. Absolutely not. Never repent. First iStream check. Don't do it. Don't do it, Eternal Brandon. Don't do it. Sonia's Beach check. Why am I not surprised? UK government is a clown show check. Absolutely. All right, guys, listen. Our ESG scores are at their maximum. We are fully funded. Like the stream. Let's go, man. Let's go. We're going to do the bigger dummy roll call. Let's see who is in this chat right now. Aside from former Kotaku urinalists, Black Samurais, and unfortunately did exist at one point, but no longer do. And people that think online safety acts are going to stop the children from doing what they do. Meanwhile, as they look around them, they realize, oh, I can't do anything anymore. Gee, why is that? Why did that happen? How did we get here? It makes you wonder sometimes. We got Will the Fans starting us off saying, fuck my country. Shout out to Will the Fans. We got Lenny, Matt Stanford, Nick Havoc, Colonel Ruv, T-Vol. What's up, T-Vol? Mr. Blue Cthulhu. What's going on, bro? You got Melody Johnson, P. Drake 10, Hypnotic and Rapture, Felsteph, Colonel Ruv. We got Bishop, Valerian over on Rumble, Ali Kusanagi, Marius, Soul Reaper 2078, Lenny. What's up, Lenny? 2K Gamer, Mikey S17, The Gaming Wolf 87. We got Indolent Imp. We got Space Corpse, Techno Archangel. What's up, dude? Over on Rumble. Oliver Adam, The Voice in the Water, Magni, Blue Octopussy, The True Aztec Warrior, Full Metal 921, Zelosi over on Rumble, Tiger King. What's up, Tiger King? Lucky, Timebound Howler, Chad St. John, Old Man Cad. What's up, dude? Kane Bladed. What's up? We got Soul Reaper 2078, Frenchie 07, K the Gwinnett Queen, Sephiroth, Delta Sierra over on Rumble, The Mervoth, Adam Juman over on Rumble, Deku Leader, Alucard. What's up, man? Beautiful Zexel, Melody Johnson, Trooper. What's up, Trooper? We got Adair Soto. Snooty Mims over on Rumble. We got the Nerdy Mechanic. How you doing? Garrett Grant. Flip Shazam. Hypnotic and Rapture over on Rumble. Crash Collins over on Rumble. Necrobog. What's up, brother? Mystic Vegeta. Karate Werewolf. Gundam Exia. We got Mad Max. What's up, Mad Max? All right, 4 more people. Let's go, boys. 4 more people. Let's go. We got Neon Earth. How you doing, man? We got Bay Chicago over on Rumble. What's up, dude? We got Felsteph. Alice. We got Flip Shazam. Democulus over on Rumble. We got Nightmare 13. What's up, man? We got, let's see, who else is here? Let me scroll down. Let me get some new names here. Adam Etheridge says, "What's up with you? What's up with you, man? I'm doing good, man. Just calling out the chuds." We got Sakura. What's up, Sakura? Saying, "Fuck collective shout." I agree. Brandford 671. What's up, man? Roll some joint. How you doing? How you doing? We got Pole Baby. What's up, Pole Baby? And last but not least, we got Backbone EJ8. We got none other than Barry Dixon Butts. One of the best names on here. And of course, Mad Master Porky. Shout out to you. And we'll end on British Birdie. All right, guys, listen. This is good background noise. Why you say that? Why you say that? Is it exciting? All right, guys, listen. I called out as many people as I possibly could. Let's sacrifice your fellow Bigot Army member, and let's see who is going to get the massive final call-out money shot today. Who is it going to be? Who is it going to be? Hopefully, it's not a new person because we need people to subscribe. Hopefully, it's not. Soul Reaper says to go down with no censorship, no Diddy, no Harry Bush nuns, divine level booty hole protection, burning Gundam super mode, combo breaker against Uno reverse times 3. 1, 2, 3. Luck E, no Jaffe, no Alyssa, no Visa, no MasterCard. Uno reverse, phone a friend, put the lotion in the basket with a taste of 31 flavors to go down times no number, which means it goes right to Gaming Wolf 87. No Diddy, no Jaffe, no Call of Duty, no evil censorship, no Disney, no Western anime, no Sony, no Uno reverse, booty hole protected, full protection jutsu on times 4 to go down. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Holy shit.
Damn, man, we shot the money shot all the way across the fucking pond, bro.
Holy shit.
We shot the money shot all the way across the pond. What are we doing, guys? I said no new people. And here you are blasting a new person. Well, I'm sorry to Viper Warrior Xbox. It looks like it's not just the UK that's fucking you, because now you are the recipient of today's money shot. Congratulations.
What the?
Like the stream, boys. Like the stream. Jesus, man. We can't just say hi to new people. Like, we can't just be normal and be like, hi, new people. Make sure you subscribe. No. We got to money shot them. Jesus Christ, man. This is absolutely insane. All right, boys, listen. We got a lot we got to talk about today. Okay. We are going to be talking about quite a good amount of shit. There's a lot of fast topics. But the 3 main topics we're going to be talking about today is Japanese video website, sharing website, Niconico, basically getting debanked, right? So aside from the main Japanese bank that is still supporting them, they've been debanked pretty much from almost everything, and they are talking about a massive decline in revenue because of it. We're going to go over all of that because it's just another form of censorship from payment processors that do not like certain content that seems to be very Japanese focused. But meanwhile, they're perfectly fine with Roblox. They're perfectly fine with like cuties and everything else that's made them a ton of money that they refuse to acknowledge. So we're going to talk about that. We also got to talk about the UK Online Safety Act, there was a recent article that came out basically explaining how it does absolutely fucking nothing. Like, it literally does nothing. It doesn't protect children at all, doesn't do anything that it says it's supposed to do other than, harass adults. That's really what it's about. It's all about censorship control and whatnot. We're going to go over that. We also got to talk about apparently Steam making some big changes. Steam is making a big change towards how they do their reviews. People are talking about whether or not this has to do with review bombing. Could it be about, recently what happened with Wu Chang? They're changing their system completely. So we need to talk about that and kind of go over that amongst other crazy amount of topics that we have to do. Also, I was extremely busy today, so I wasn't able to pick a retard of the day. However, what I will say is that if you are new here, and perhaps, hopefully anyway, you stick around. If you are new here, I would implore that if you are going to subscribe at any moment, it would be now, ladies and gentlemen. Due to yesterday's video, in case you are unaware, yesterday we had a video that went absolutely insane. We are currently at 98,854 subscribers. We are less than 150 subscribers away from 99,000, which will put us right at less than 1,000 subscribers away from the 100,000 subscriber mark. So I know I was only at a few hours ago, I was at 98K. I know. No, this video went absolutely crazy. This video went crazy. The video that I put out yesterday about the UK Online Safety Act has gone insane. So listen, man, if you are new here in the chat, I'm going to be reminding you throughout the stream. Let's see if we could hit 99,000 subscribers by the end of the stream. Let's see if that's possible. Can we hit 99,000 subscribers by the end of the stream? I don't know. I guess we'll see. Whoever that was, you're a dick. You're going to be replaced immediately. No, let me stop. No, seriously, thank you guys so much for the insane support. It's been absolutely wild. And if you guys want to see what went down, the video that is in question is this one right here. This video from yesterday. The UK Online Safety Act got destroyed by 4chan. This video hit 208,114 views in literally 24 hours. Fucking insane, bro. Absolutely insane. So shout out to you guys. That video exploded. And it's great, man. It's great. Keep in mind, please make sure you check out some of the other videos that I have. I did some follow-up videos to this particular subject on top of other subjects. Make sure you guys do your best to support the videos because this is how we grow. It's not the live streams. The live streams are how we have fun. Yeah, exactly. Not even a female gamer. I know. So thank you guys so much. Seriously, shout out to all of you. All right, let's get into the number one segment on YouTube. Let's get into the number one segment on Rumble. Let's get into the number one segment all around the galaxy. And this segment is none other than the pre-stream legends.
Print money, cash, money, capitalism, raise a bunch of money, more money, heaps and heaps of money, print money, cash, money, capitalism, raise a bunch of money, super chat money.
As salty as the sea, calling us no code names. SJW screaming, but it's money they blame. Burning with envy, they're falling flat. They can't handle the sound of a super chat.
Hey, shout out to all the new people in the chat. If you are new in the chat, make sure you say hello so that everybody can say hi right back to you. Welcome. Yes, a lot of people are finding me because of that video. They're realizing I'm live. So shout out to you guys. Make sure to like the stream. It truly does help a lot. All right, boys, it is time for the pre-stream legends. And we are going to start off with Skyfire. Skyfire immediately became a member all on his own. Shout out to Skyfire. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. We got BioTWolf19 with a 5. My friend really changed once she became a vegetarian. It's like I've never seen her before. People ain't going to subscribe, BioTWolf, if we keep this up. People are not going to subscribe. They're not going to subscribe if we keep this up, man. We got Blue Octopussy with a 5. My tentacles shall not be contained. Yeah. What do you get if you pet human DNA in a goat? Or if you put human DNA in a goat? Banned from the petting zoo. That's crazy. That is insane, bro. What the fuck? Banned from Jesus. Where's Mr. Blue? He needs to control. He needs to control this one. Adair Soto dropping a membership. Shout out to Adair Soto. Thank you so much, brother, for starting the membership train with Skyfire. And then we got Dragon Master with a 5. So Trump brings all of the EU leaders to the White House. We may yet bring an end to the Ukraine-Russian war. Yeah, I doubt that. I doubt that. We'll see. Shout out to Dragon Master. Seth Roth with a 5. We need to make the Bank of Gamers and get rid of MasterCard and Visa. Can you imagine a bank called Bank of Gamers? How crazy would that be? And then last on YouTube, we got Dark Obsidian with 199. Says hopefully this works. So far it did. So far it did. Thank you, Dark Obsidian. Keep in mind, ladies and gentlemen, we are trying to attain for the 430th time in a row Tier 1. And we are on the road to 118 Tier 2s in a row. Let's see if we get lucky today. It all depends. Let's see if we get lucky today. Mervoth with a 2 says, give me a few days until I make the scariest Tati yet. No. I refuse. I'm good. I'm good. I absolutely refuse. Thank you. Thank you, sir. Holy shit, man. Dark Exile just dropped a massive, absolutely massive 10 membership mega banger. You guys know what that means. The first membership banger of the stream. Oh, yeah. Shout out to Dark Exile. Thank you so much, brother, for that 10 membership banger. You absolute fucking legend. You didn't have to do that, but you did. And I appreciate that, man. Thank you. And then we got Branford becoming a member all on his own. Shout out to Branford. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate that. We got Batman with the 5 says, can you unban me on Rumble? No, I cannot, but thank you so much for the 5. I appreciate you. Let's go over now to Rumble, where we got Snooty Mims with a 10 over on Rumble. Says, hail Hypnotic. Those on YouTube might want to make a Rumble account. The whole ID thing sucks. Hail my mighty friends in Rumble chat. Shout out to Snooty Mims. Thank you so much, brother, for the 10. I appreciate you, man. We got Snooty Mims also gifting 1 Hypnotic membership. Shout out to Snooty Mims. I appreciate that, brother. And then we got Raging D-Head with $1. Good evening, Hypnocast. Since we know he's watching, I'd like to ask RTU to please shut down his Roblox account. Wait. Wait a second. RTU does not watch me. RTU does not watch me. I sound tired. I am not tired. It's just nighttime. I am not home, and I am not trying to wake up people. I'm trying to be respectful. I know. So, what was I going to say? RTU doesn't watch my shit, man. He's too busy obsessed with fucking Smash JT and fucking 8-Bit Eric, bro. He's obsessed with them. That's the truth of it. I see you found my trophy room, Hypnotic. The only thing missing is your ass. Is that right? Is that right? You thought I had a cold for a second? No. I don't have a cold. I'm good. There's no cold. I'm just chilling. I'm chilling. Snooty Mims gives 1 Hypnotic membership. Thank you. Appreciate that, brother. And then we got Anti-Federalist Pain gifting 1 Hypnotic membership. Shout out. Appreciate that, man. We got, hold on. Anti-Federalist Pain just dropped a 5 membership banger on top of the 1 membership
My
banger.
hands are shaking, but I'm still shooting. I'm still getting the headshots. It's like boom, headshot, boom, headshot, boom, headshot.
Shout out to Anti-Federalist Pain. Thank you, sir. I appreciate that, man. We got Sir Loins with $1. Ain't no wars ending. Wars make too much money. That's what I've been saying, man. That's what I've been saying. Genetic Spore. Genetic Spore with $1 this weekend, starting family vacation to the Bahamas. From me to all gamers here, I'll have a whiskey and cigar in your honor. Shout out to you, man. Appreciate that. Thank you so much. And then we got Anti-Federalist Pain with a 5. Remember what happened the last time Japan was isolationist? Are they trying to bring back Imperial Japan? Damn it. Gotta look for my portable star for later. Might need it. Thanks, payment processor. Well, it's not so much Japan. It's more like the world trying to go after them. But, you know, it kind of just is what it is. We're going to talk about it. Don't worry about it. And then we got Anubis Hades for a 2. Political feed time. Hypno, here's your 2. Done fuck it up. Shout out to you. Thank you, brother. Thank you. I appreciate that, man. You mean the world. Thank you so much. Okay. Are we caught up everywhere? We are indeed. Are we caught up everywhere? Hold on. Yes, we are caught up everywhere. Okay. Shout out to you guys. Thank you so much for the insane pre-stream support. Let's get into the fast topics really quickly, and then we are going to go into the main topics right after that. And just a reminder, if you are not subscribed to the channel, please consider subscribing today. We just gained like, I don't know, 8 or 10 while we've been live so far. If you're new here, we're nearly at 99,000 subscribers, which will mean after we hit that, we are officially on the final countdown, ladies and gentlemen, on the final road to 100,000 subscribers. That's insane. Consider subscribing. I would appreciate it. I really would. Okay, let's get into the fast topics, boys. The first one is, well, we're just gonna laugh at it. Like, that's just what it is. We're gonna laugh at it. So, would it help if you unsub and resub? No, that actually would be terrible. Well, not really terrible. It just wouldn't do anything. First one up. We have to laugh at this, ladies and gentlemen. I saw this and I'm like, it's so funny. This account is great, by the way. I honestly love this account, Breaking 911. All 32 NFL teams will again this year be forced to stencil a social justice message in their end zones. They must choose from the following options: end racism, stop hate, choose love, inspire change. It takes all of us. I don't know what the fuck that is. It takes all of us. Now, obviously, this could be fake. It could be real. I'm really not too sure. But they did at one point do this. They did at one point stencil a whole bunch of virtue signaling bullshit at their end zones. And it just goes to show how pathetic the NFL has really become lately. I understand people are still going to watch the NFL. This never going to change. People love their football. Don't get me wrong. But considering that you have this kind of nonsense, considering that you have male cheerleaders now, apparently, I can't wait for the day. I really can't wait for the day. I want this to happen so bad. I want there to be an all-male cheerleader team. That's what I want. That's what I want. I want there to be an all-male cheerleader team so that the people that are choosing to stay asleep to this nonsense will finally wake the fuck up. That's what I want. Because I think that's what it's going to take. I think it's going to take all the female cheerleaders being wiped off and being replaced by a bunch of dudes. That's what I want. Every single one of them to be either just straight up a dude or trans or whatever. Like, that's what I want. And then maybe they'll wake up a little bit over there. We shall see. But I think, and they need to be like, we're not talking about skinny dudes. Like, we're talking about 300-pound muscle heads. Like, that's what they need to be, with pom-poms and everything. That's what needs to happen. Anyway, let's get to the next topic. I just wanted to laugh at that. That's it. This one's interesting. So yesterday we talked about Battlefield 6, right? And we covered the fact that people were complaining about Battlefield 6 beta and saying that the maps were too small. Now, the developers have come out and spoken against this and said that the main video game is going to have large maps, that in the beta, they usually go with smaller maps to allow for better testing, et cetera, all that nonsense. Well, a data miner has actually shared supposed alleged images of Battlefield 6 unreleased large maps to reveal just how big they really are. And the truth is, they're actually pretty fucking gigantic. If you look at some of these screenshots here, and at this point, I think I could show it, considering that Battlefield is the #1 most leaked game in the world. At this point, I don't think EA has any expectation of like privacy, I suppose. This is Battlefield 6 map size comparison, okay? So if you look at the bottom, it says if they are real, the renderings would confirm that Battlefield 6 will have a few maps that dwarf Liberation Peak, the largest playable map in the beta that wasn't particularly huge. Based on the estimates, which shouldn't be taken as 100% accurate, Merak Valley is around 2.5 to 3 times larger than Liberation Peak. If you look at the picture here, you got Siege of Cairo for reference, and then you got the spread of the actual map for size comparison. So it looks like they're going to have some pretty gigantic maps in Battlefield 6. If the sizing is anywhere near accurate, some fans will be relieved to know Battlefield 6 definition of large is, as hoped, pretty damn large. So that's great. I know that's going to be a big thing for a lot of Battlefield fans, especially as we get closer and closer to release. Nobody wants to play small maps on Battlefield unless you're trying to play Rush or something. So that's cool. Hopefully we can see more of that. All right, let's cut this off. Let's go to the next fast topic, which has to do with more Battlefield 6. Let's talk about Battlefield 6. Hold on, where is it at? Let's see, right here. So they've been getting a little bit of criticism, as I mentioned before. You know, we have an article here from PC Gamer. DICE lead responds to criticism that Battlefield 6 beta maps were not how Battlefield should be, and urges everyone to go play some smaller medium maps in Battlefield 3 and 4 to get a good example of the intensity curve. So again, people are complaining about the maps and the overall size of the maps and whatnot, and I want to make it very clear that they have clearly been saying that they're going to introduce larger maps at release. You're not going to have to wait. It says, by all reasonable metrics, the Battlefield 6 beta was a resounding hit. Not only is Battlefield 6 already very fun based on a handful of maps and modes we got our hands on, but the 2-weekend playtest period broke records for the series on Steam. The beta wound down this morning with players clamoring on its October 10th launch day, but not without reservations. Among longtime fans, the loudest criticism surrounded map size. The beta lacked a truly big map that captured classic Battlefield chaos. So again, guys, please have some patience. I think we will end up getting some bigger maps. And this is why I wait until release to play the game. I don't want to play the beta, get a false impression of the game, either positive or negative. I'd rather just wait. Some good news. We got some good news for indie developers. Check this out. This game, Peak, I think some of you guys in the chat have played it. Pretty sure if you played Peak, let me know in the chat. Shout yourselves out. But Peak is doing so damn well. You know, we have reported not that long ago that Peak sold millions of copies just at release. But apparently, Peak has sold nearly 2 million copies last week during a Steam sale. Just during the Steam sale alone, it sold 2 million copies. That's insane. This game is doing so damn well. This is another, I guess you could say modern day Schedule 1, even though Schedule 1 is still a modern day Schedule 1. But you get what I'm saying? This is now the second indie game that has outperformed a multitude of AAA titles. And this kind of a game took little to no development time, little to no production value, little to no budgetary concerns. And this game is selling like hotcakes. So it's just another example upon other examples that you don't need a $200 million budget in order to have a massively successful video game. All you need is some passion, some good developers, and a really good idea and gameplay loop. And that's exactly what they have here. This game is selling like hotcakes. It is completely destroying everything for the most part. If I were to check SteamDB, let's see where it's at with SteamDB. I don't know if the number went up. I doubt it. Let me see. Did the concurrent number go? Yes. Holy fuck, it did. Wow. Okay, I got to show you this. Hold on. Holy shit, it did. I have never seen this before. The game is still going up in peak concurrent number. As of yesterday, the game hit an all-time new concurrent peak of 170,759. Look at the number. It started off high. It maintained its stuff. It started to fall little by little. And then during the sale, it sold another 2 million copies. And then it fucking shot up through the roof. It shot up through the roof. That's crazy. The original all-time peak, let me see, was 114. The original all-time peak was 114,492 on July 6th, 2025. Then it kind of went down. And then during the sale, it hit an all-time peak of 135, 536 in August 12th. And then another one on the 17th of 170,000. Crazy, man. Crazy. That's absolutely insane. Shout out to Peak. That is fantastic. You love to see it, man. You love to see it. That's some good news to share for the indie game. Yeah, I know, right? A fun game sales. Who knew? Who knew? What a strange concept, right? What an absolutely strange concept. So would you say Peak is still climbing? Wow, nice one. Nice one. Nice one. Where is it? Where is it? Hold on. Nice. Very good. Very good. Let's get to the next fast topic really quick. Where are we at? So let's go to here. Okay, so this one okay, this is interesting. Check this out. So I don't know what they really plan to do here, to be honest with you. This is one of those like strange situations. So there is apparently a petition that's out there right now calling for Roblox's CEO's resignation. Apparently, the petition has reached 110,000 in just 10 days, and apparently it's still climbing. This petition is trying to get rid of the CEO of Roblox. But I got to be honest with you, while I can appreciate the sentiment and I can appreciate that we're trying to hold the CEO accountable, and I'm all for that, getting rid of him ain't going to do a fucking thing to protect children on that platform, right? Like the problems run so systematically deep in Roblox that it's going to take a lot more than just getting rid of the CEO to do anything in terms of protecting kids. Now, if you want to say getting rid of him just to make you feel better, then that's fine, whatever. But in terms of like actually fixing the platform, I don't think anything's really going to come from it. But listen, people need to vent their frustration. They need to have a means to do so, and that petition is one of them. And considering that it's past 100,000 after just 10 days, this thing is obviously lighting on fire. Now, is Roblox CEO going to resign? Highly doubt it. Highly doubt it. It's impossible to know what the strategy is for the Roblox team at present. But 110,000 signatures and counting can't be ignored. Oh, yes, it can. oh, yes, it can. Right. So there are petitions that have gotten over 1 million signatures and they get ignored, especially if it's from the US. Right. Like just because it got 100,000 signatures doesn't mean that the company has to do a fucking thing about it. Chances are they're not going to do a thing about it at all. They're just going to completely ignore it. So I think it's insane. They think, oh, it's got 110,000. That means they can't ignore it. Oh, yes, they can. Oh, yes, they can. And they will. People ignore petitions all the time, bro. Like out of all the petitions that get put up on these websites, probably less than 1% get utilized in any meaningful way. Not to say that they're bad, because they do help you get your voice out there. But again, people ignore petitions all the time. So I wouldn't quite say that. In the petition, a clear explanation has been outlined. Oh, let's read this. Oh, I'm curious. What's this say? Roblox is supposed to be a safe and creative space for children. But under the leadership of CEO David Baszucki, that safety has been repeatedly compromised. Instead of prioritizing the protection of young users, Roblox Corporation continues to allow harmful and exploitative behavior to thrive on its platform with little accountability or transparency. Children are being exploited and exposed to dangerous content, all while Roblox's executive leadership turns a blind eye. If nothing changes, this pattern of negligence will continue, and more children will be hurt. This is not just about poor leadership. This is about child safety. Jesus Christ, man. We got like everything in its mother is about child safety now. I swear to God. Like there's nothing you could go online and look at right now without being reminded about child safety. It's insane. It's insane, but that's where we're at. So again, I don't think they're going to do anything. I highly doubt the CEO is going to be like, okay, well, I'll pack my bags up. Listen, the petition said they want me gone. Well, can't ignore them. I'm going to pack my bags up right now and I'm going to leave. That's not going to happen. If the Roblox CEO is going to step down at any point in time, it's because everybody else wants him to at the company. That's the only time that's going to happen. So we shall see what goes on with this. We'll follow up. Actually, what we'll do is I'm going to bookmark this. I'm going to bookmark this, and we're going to follow up on this and see what's going on here in a couple of days and see if it passes 200,000, 300,000. We'll see. We shall see. All right, next topic. This one struck me as really weird. Okay, this one's really weird. I have to get your opinions on this. I need opinions on this, boys. Please help me out here. Let's get some opinions on this. So, apparently, Marvel Rivals may be getting something that no one asked for, and apparently that is original heroes. NetEase says to stay tuned on whether or not it has some characters of its own design coming down the pipeline. What do we think about this? I feel like this might be a little bit more split than we realize, right? What the fuck is the point? That's a little. I feel like it's a little stupid. Okay, maybe I'm the only one, but I feel like it's a little bit dumb. If somebody is playing Marvel Rivals, that's because they want to play as a Marvel character. If you are going to start introducing your own heroes into the mix, don't we think that's a little bit weird? Don't we think that's a little bit odd? I mean, I guess you can color me curious, but at the end of the day, I just feel like it's a little bit strange. Right? I feel like it's a little bit weird. What do we think about this? Because they're still going to be introducing real Marvel characters, right? But then why? I don't get it. Like, they have so many characters they can choose from. They have so many characters that they have in the pipeline ready to be released for this game in the Marvel universe. People are saying Chinese knockoff characters. Oh, wait a second. Hold on. Wait a second. So you guys just made me think of something. So do you think that NetEase, now that they have, all the players and all the money, do you think they're going to pull a typical Chinese corporation, and instead of releasing the characters people actually want, they're going to release Chinese knockoffs of those characters? Do you think that's going to happen? So instead of Storm, you're going to get, like, I don't know, Clorm or something? Like, what's the deal here? You know what I mean? Even though I know Storm's in the game, I believe, but still. Damn. Do you think Marvel would let them get away with that, though? That's even more questionable, though, because they admitted they spend a lot of money for each character. Temu Avengers, bro, maybe. I don't know. I don't think Marvel's gonna let them get away with it. I don't think Disney's gonna let them get away with it. I really don't. I really don't. I don't think it's gonna happen. Why would they even, like? I feel like I feel like that is fucking with your business relationship, right? So if you are working with Marvel and Disney, and right now, how many characters does Marvel Rivals have? Does anybody know? What's up, Sonia? How you doing? How many characters does Marvel Rivals have right now? You mean to tell me that they're willing to fuck over their business relationship and potentially lose those characters due to some contract voiding of some kind or whatever? Or maybe they got a contract that says they could introduce their own characters. Do you think that they would give that? You got 83 fucking characters. That's crazy. So you think that they would give all that up to introduce their own characters? How do we know Disney and Marvel not pushing for this? Why would they push for this? Why would they push for the Chinese company to make their own original character, thus not having to pay them a dime for licensing the character in that game? Why would they do that? All they would have to do is just keep paying the license for Marvel, but that's basically it. I don't know. This is such a weird thing. It's definitely a weird move. Adam says NetEase Games allegedly immorally, unlawfully, illegally, wrongfully fired their own Seattle team off by allegedly lying enough by saying they're lazy, fake woke, slow, and entitled. I remember that story. Cheap? I don't know, man. 83 knockoff replacements. Wolverine will be a Badger Man. That'll be hilarious, bro. That'll be hilarious. I don't know. This one's a little bit strange to me. Let me see something. The Marvel Universe so vast, blah, blah, blah. They asked Marvel Rivals director Guan Yun if NetEase had considered adding heroes of its own to fight alongside Marvel staples like the Avengers and Fantastic Four in the future season. After all other Marvel projects of the MCU have created new characters. Would it be out of the question for Rivals to also indulge in making people up to capture an objective or push a payload? Well, Chen says that Marvel has given the team the green light to... it just got really interesting. Wait a second. Hold on. Hold on. So apparently, Marvel has given them the green light to do just that. While he told MP First the team is allowed to introduce original characters, Chen played coy when asked if any are coming down the pipeline. That's crazy. How stupid could you fucking be, bro? How stupid could you? Man, Marvel is just fucking retards, bro. Either that or they're getting a cut of the money somehow, some way from these original characters that have nothing to do with Marvel. That's insane. Are you stupid? Oh my God. Maybe my immediate aversion is to this is just because Marvel Rivals isn't even a year old yet. The thought that someone's favorite comic book mainstay could get sidelined from some original character cooked up in NetEase offices feels bad. However, Luna Snow, one of the most popular characters in Rivals, also started as an original character in the mobile game Marvel Future Fight. I don't know, man. It's a little sus to me. Or maybe NetEase is going to be creating original characters, but under the brand of Marvel for Marvel. So maybe Marvel would own the character that NetEase is going to create, just like what happened with Luna Snow. I mean, I don't know. This whole thing just seems really fucking weird to me. So you guys can let me know in the comments what you think about this, because this is a pretty wild one. Let's continue. Where are we at? We got, here we got another one. Okay, so I think this is one of the last ones. Yeah, this is the last one. Last fast topic of the night. I'm really sick of the concern trolling over AI, boys. I really am. The concern trolling over AI is becoming an astronomical problem where everybody wants to suddenly pretend like they're so offended at the thought of a developer using AI in the way, like, so obviously as a player and as a gamer, you might get a little bit annoyed, right? Because you might think it's lazy or whatever. But that's not usually the people that are complaining. The people that are complaining are the ones that are activists, the ones who are like, oh, instead of using AI, you could have spent tens of thousands of dollars hiring someone to do the job as well. Not even realizing that they probably would have did a worse job than AI, but that's besides the point. So the fake concern trolling over AI usage it's out there, right? These are the same people that when they go to McDonald's, they order from the machine. You know what I mean? Like, instead of complaining about a cashier's job being lost and the machine taking over for the cashier, they gladly go to the machine and then complain about how long the order's taking. It's so stupid, man. It really is. But in any case, apparently a game publisher caught using AI generated influencers in ads says that they were submitted by TikTok users and will investigate irregularities with the social media app. A series of promos for the first Descended features influencers taking up the game's new season, but they're not real. Again, what's the fucking problem? I don't understand the problem. I really don't understand the problem. So let me get this straight. Let me see if I understand the argument here. So people are mad that there are fake influencers being utilized in ads to promote the first Descendant, but they are not angry or upset when these companies hire real influencers to pay them to push a false opinion that is always positive, that's totally not legitimate, but want to pretend like it is legitimate. You rather that? It's like, what the fuck is the problem? Like, they're gonna fake it regardless. They're not gonna give you their honest opinion. Even if they hire an influencer, it doesn't matter. That influencer is gonna tell you whatever the fuck they were paid to tell you. So it doesn't matter. Like, what's the I don't care. You want to use fake influencers? It doesn't matter to me, because they're gonna be fake anyway. So you might as well just use AI. It's not like you're getting anything beneficial by using a real influencer who got paid to push an ad. That's exactly. Raid Shadow Legends, bro. Like, what the? You think the influencers pushing Raid Shadow Legends are doing it because they absolutely love the game? You serious right now? I'd rather have a fake influencer if that's the case. Put up a fake influencer because it's all the same. It's literally all the same. They're going to talk the same. They're going to act the same. They're going to give you the same paid for opinion. None of it's going to be different. So it doesn't matter to me whether or not you use a real one or a fake one. It matters zero to me. But that's me personally. That's me personally. Paying for people to do most things are just kind of wrong. Do it yourself. Fair. But again, they don't have the clout like influencers do. So It's so stupid. It's so fucking stupid. I don't understand the point. Raid Shadow Legends pays big bucks for those ads. I know they do. You want to know how I know? Because Raid Shadow Legends reached out to me back when I was at like, what was I at? I think I was at like 60,000 subscribers. I got an email from Raid Shadow Legends. It was legitimate. I checked it, everything, and they wanted to buy a spot. And we're talking like at the time they were willing to pay at the minimum. I think it was like 4 figures. They were willing to pay because my viewership was really high. So they were willing to pay 4 figures for it. Nothing too crazy, but I mean, it's still substantial considering they were willing to pay 4 figures for it. So imagine what they're paying some of these bigger guys. They're paying like crazy they're paying crazy money for these guys. Yeah. I gotta find the email. That shit is like buried in my email. But if I remember correctly, I think it was like fucking like $5,000-$6,000. If I'm not mistaken, it was like $5,000-$6,000. They base it off of viewership, not subscriber numbers necessarily. It's more so the viewership and the engagement. And I always had high viewership, so I was able to get a few grand from them if I wanted to. But I was like, no, I'm good. I'm good. I turned it down, just like I turned down. I just got asked recently. I got asked for a sponsorship for JBL audio equipment, like headphones and shit. That company JBL that makes like those earbuds or whatever. They wanted me to do a sponsorship. I was like, no, I'm good. I'm okay. So anyway, yeah, this is for me. This doesn't mean anything, man. This literally means nothing. Leaving money on the bus. I'm okay with that. I don't need the money. I'd rather leave the money and not have to lie about a product. I'm okay. The product might be good, don't get me wrong, but I'm not going to get paid for a review that I have to be positive about if I genuinely don't like the product. So I'm good. That's what other influencers are for. They can get the sponsorship. They can get all that shit. I'm good. I've always turned it down. Imagine that one poor guy that actually likes Raid. I know. There's definitely like 1 or 2 people out there that genuinely like Raid Shadow Legends, and then they're out here trying to tell people about it, and everybody looks at them like, so how much were you paid? That's fucking sucks. That sucks. It's so funny. But in any case, it's all good. It's all good. All right. Let's cut this out really quick, guys. We got to the fast topics nice and quickly today. Beautiful job, ladies and gentlemen. We're about $100 away from tier 1. We're gonna catch up on super chats right now, and then we're gonna get into the 3 main topics of the evening. So let's catch up really quick. Let's see, where are we at? Not even gamer subs? No, I wouldn't take gamer subs. Nope. I wouldn't take gamer subs. Not because, again, it has nothing to do with the company. It doesn't matter. It doesn't, like, I'm not saying the company's bad. I'm just saying I don't take sponsorships. That's it. That's all I end up saying to them. I'm just like, hey, thanks for the offer, but I don't take sponsorships. Boom, done. That's it. That's just always my response. And then people are like, well, what if they pay you 20? What if they pay you 30? Like, no, bro, I'm good. I don't need the money. Like, I'm good. My subscribers take care of everything. I'm good. I'm okay. Only Gooners. Only Gooners. That's crazy, bro. Shout out. Okay, we got, where are we at? Archangelus for 6 months. Hi, Hypnotic. Thank you for always taking the time to bring us the news and some laughter, especially nowadays. Keep up the awesome work. Shout out to you, brother. Thank you so much. I appreciate that, man. And no worries. Thanks for being a member for 6 months. That's badass. Thank you, man. UK government's at it again. It sure is. What if it's a product you love by default? I know, likely no. Just curious. Yeah, no, I wouldn't do it anyway. Like if I was going to talk about a product that I love, then I would talk about it in passing, like I have. But I'm not going to give a dedicated slot to it. I'm not going to be like, this segment is sponsored by, and then, you know what I mean? Like, I'm good. It's so annoying. Like, I stream for 2 hours every stream, and the last thing I want to do is dedicate 5 some odd minutes or like have to do it throughout the entire stream where I have to constantly remind you and put a fucking banner on the bottom of the stream, be like, buy XYZ today. Like, I'm good, man. If other people want to do that, that's perfectly fine. But that's just not me. I'm not trying to do that. I don't give a fuck how much money they put up. I really don't. I just don't care. It's not gonna happen. I'm sticking to my channel will be fan funded completely until the day it dies. That's basically it. Like I don't need no offense to anybody, like I make more than enough money, okay? I make more than enough money. I'm not the type of person that is always looking for the next million upon million. Like I'm good. I'm good. I don't need it. I'm fine. Anyway, we got Flesion with 3 months. Luna Snow was actually an OC from a mobile game. It's not too uncommon. Yeah, so that's what the article was saying. The article was saying that, and I'm thinking to myself, like, I get it, I guess. Right? I guess. But my thing is like, again, if I'm gonna play Marvel Rivals, I'm gonna play Marvel Rivals to play characters that I know from Marvel. At least that's my understanding, you know. And to be fair, I don't play those kind of games very much, if at all. So maybe I'm just out of the loop of, you know, what's acceptable in that particular genre. But for me, it's like that's what I would go to play if I were to do that. But I guess maybe people in that genre are okay with it. I don't know. So I suppose. Barry Dixon Butts with a 5. Man of Metal and Commander Continent, the Avengers gather. Shout out to Barry Dixon Butts, man. One of the best profile pictures ever. Hypno with the Bigot Coffee. Let's fucking go. I am not. I am not doing Bigot Coffee. I am good. No, thank you. No, thank you. Let's see. All right, where are we at? Let's go to Rumble, and then we're ready for the main topics. You guys ready, man? It's gonna be juicy. Pause. All right, we got. Oh shit, Rumble was busy, bro. Holy shit, Rumble was busy. Damn. Adam Juman with $1. My team, the Green Bay Packers, was fined for not supporting Pride events. Yes, my team. I am a shareholder of the only community-owned team in the NFL. Shout out to Adam Juman, number 1. Thank you so much. And that's crazy, but expected. That's crazy, but expected. With the whole finding thing. We got Dark Obsidian becoming a member on his own over on Rumble. Shout out to Dark Obsidian. And then the man dropped a 5 membership banger just like that. Let's go.
走り出そう鳥にかけたスタート進むから振り向かない明日は絶対もっとシャイニー自分次第深めに合い今すぐスタートボタンを押してみよう私はこんなんじゃないはず
Shout out to Dark Obsidian. Thank you so much for the 5 membership banger, my friend. I appreciate that. Sir Loins with $1. Captain Wuhan. Come on, bro. Anti-Federalist Pain with $1. Maybe. And hear me out on this. Marvel realized it's creatively bankrupt and is using Rivals to outsource new character creation. You know what? He's crazy, but he's right. He might be right. He might be right. That's actually an interesting. You got me thinking there. That's actually an interesting concept because again, they perhaps when they partner with all these companies to do like mobile games and you know like Marvel Rivals, all this shit with team kind of games, they probably allow these companies to make characters, but these characters will automatically fly under the flag of Marvel after they are created. It's not like these characters are going to fly under the flag of NetEase. They're probably going to create the characters, and then Marvel will have ownership over whatever they create, but NetEase will be allowed to utilize the character in that video game. I wouldn't be surprised. I would not be surprised. That's actually a really good point. Shout out to Dead Eyes Lock. I'm sorry. Shout out to Shout out to Anti-Federalist Pain. 100%. I agree, brother. That's a good point. Deadeye's Lock with $1. Bella Ramsey wants to be diverse Spider-Man. Oh, I forgot to talk about that. God damn it. Deadeye's Lock with $1. Bella Ramsey wants to be diverse Spider-Man. Sorry, we already had one in Across the Spider-Verse movie who was black and pregnant. There's not enough room for chins bigger than a Kardashian's ass. Can you imagine a potato under the spider mask? Holy shit. Shout out to Deadeye's Lock. That's crazy. Sirloins with $1. So Hypno will be doing ads for waifu battles. Yeah, I know, right? I know. Anti-Federalist Pain with $1. By the power of Panda, I punish you. For the CCP, attacks Winnie the Pooh, super villain. Shout out to Anti-Federalist Pain. Insane. Pay it forward with a 10. YouTube chatters smell like mothballs and cigarettes. Become a Rumbler today with the Black Jesus and the Repent. Shout out to you, man. I appreciate you, brother. Thank you. Rumble's been holding it down lately. Rumble has doubled in performance over the last 3 months. It has been consistent. You guys have genuinely like held it down over there. The numbers are going up little by little by little by little, and it's awesome. It's awesome to see. Will the fans for a 2 on Rumble? When you said JBL, I thought you meant John Bradshaw Layfield. No, bro. No. And now here's Hypno in my head introducing former WWE champion JBL to talk about this female gamer. That's insane. No, bro. I'm not talking about fucking WWE. Holy shit, man. That's wild. By the way, how's the manga channel doing? It's doing good. I haven't been able to upload to it, unfortunately, because since the main channel's been growing so much so quickly, I've just been focused on maximizing all attention on this channel until it hits 100K because we are so close. So I want to make sure all my time is spent just perfecting every title and thumbnail that I possibly can to try to break past the YouTube's shitty fucking algorithm that reset on the 13th that I've been fighting against ever since then. And I managed to break through with yesterday's video because now it's at like 210,000 views and we're trying to go for the long haul. That's what we're trying to do. But the plus side is that since I have so many shorts on that channel, because that channel is a shorts channel, that's what it is. It's not a main video channel. I'll upload one every now and then, but it's a shorts channel. So I am the good thing about that is that shorts channels, they continue to get views regardless of whether or not you upload. So I would average about 30 to 40,000 views every 48 hours on that channel. And now, even without uploading, it's averaging about 25,000. So that's still pretty good. It's been doing that for a while. So, okay. And then we got some YouTube. Hold on. Old Man Cad for a 2. Hypnotic Bigot Cozy Coffee subs. Warm and racist. Why's it gotta be racist though? Why's it gotta be racist? Smash JT for a $4.99. Don't forget us little guys when you hit 100K. Says the fucking guy with like 115,000 subscribers or something like that. It's crazy, bro. I'm the one that's been struggling to go past 100K because I didn't get sued by a white girl and I didn't get reacted to by Asmongold like fucking Kata. I've been grinding it out the old-fashioned way. Shout out to Smash JT, brother. Thank you so much for the $4.99. And no, unlike some other Italian creators, I don't change once I pass the 100K. Ooh, damn. Sorry, I had to. I apologize. Archangelus with a 5. Glad that you keep to your mindset when it comes down to actually reviewing products. Thank goodness for an amazing community and a fair content creator. Shout out to you, bro. Shout out to you. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate that. Yeah, when I review the games, I talk about the good, the bad, the ugly. I keep the politics out of it, and I don't want to be influenced by any company. And again, I've been offered games for free by companies many times over, which, by the way, is hilarious because you have a lot of the shills out there. You have a lot of the shills that will bend over and spread their fucking asses for these corporations just to get a free code. And I'm over here speaking my mind openly. And I have these companies in my email and in my DMs trying to get me to play their game for free. And I just say no. Like it's just that easy. Just say fucking no. Not everybody's got to move, bro. You don't got to be moving.
Oh, you found your moo. Good job. Where'd that come from? Oh, wow.
You don't got to move, bro. There's really no reason to move. And the simple truth is that the reason why they still get codes is because they bend over, right? Because they don't have an audience. They literally have no influence, no audience, no nothing. They have followers, but that's because they botted their followers, right? They didn't actually earn their followers. You know they botted their followers because they got 28,000 followers on X and they get 2 likes a post. That is called bullshit. Nobody wants to say it, but that's what it is, right? So, but it's very easy to say no. It's like, just say no. You know, like I reviewed, what'd you call it? I reviewed Dead Take recently. I reviewed Dead Take recently, right? And I was honest with people. Like Abu Bakar Salim, he offered to give me the game for free. I said no. I bought it myself. Just bought it myself. And ironically, I ended up giving the game a positive review anyway because it was actually a pretty decent game. But at the end of the day, I'm going to buy it myself, you know? So anyway, it's all good, man. Let's hold on. Are we caught up? We got to get into the main topics, boys. Come on. Shout out to Archangelus again and Smash JT. Old Man Cad for a 2. I'm sorry. Warm and bigoted. Much better. Much better. Blession with a 5. Just saying, Hypno Brew is a pretty good name. Maybe Saturday Night Hypno Roast is for a decaf. No, man. No coffee company. We are not doing a coffee company on this channel. It's not happening. Sir Loins with $1 on Rumble. Bella Ramsey can play Wilson in the Castaway reboot. Bro. Oh, my God. I can't believe this bitch really said she wants to play Spider-Man. Can you believe that? Can you believe that? Actually, I can. I can believe that. All right, boys. Let's get into the first main topic. Work our way towards tier 1. We are almost there, and maybe if we get lucky, we can hit tier 2. We got Gloomy Veil for 189. Starmer's gay. There is a video of him receiving. I didn't need to know that. Not gonna lie to you, Gloomy. Life was a lot better when I didn't know about Starmer getting railed. Life was a lot better. And now we're here. Now we're here, and I know about it now. That's terrible. Thank you so much for the 199. I appreciate it. Okay. Let's talk about this because this is very, 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 very important. Okay. Very, 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 very important. Let's switch over to video recording. We got some big news, ladies and gentlemen. Big, big, big news. Big, big news. Hold on. Let me make sure this is sized accordingly. It's a little bit. There you go. Perfect. So some big news. We got a little bit more debanking that we need to talk about. And proof of their effects, by the way. This particular story about Niconico, everybody pretty much knows they've been debanked. They've been debanked for a little while now. But this is more so the effects of the debanking and things that they've had to deal with from the debanking. And it really, who's Niconico? I'll tell you about it in a second. It's a video website similar to YouTube, but in Japan. So we're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about the effects of payment processors and the debanking that they put on Niconico, because it's very important. We also got some Madam Savvy stuff we got to go over related to this whole situation. And of course, Automaton West is talking about this as well. So we're going to go over all of this and we'll see. Gloomy says, you're missing the point. This is why he's trying to clamp down on the internet and freedom. He don't want the video coming out. Bro, there ain't nothing he could do about that, bro. There's nothing he could do about that. If there's a video of him getting railed in the booty hole, that shit's going to come out whether the internet is censored or not. They can't stop the flow of information like that. They could try. They might be able to slow it down, but that's coming out, bro. It's coming out. Bro, even Tifa got a video of her getting railed shown to fucking politicians. Even Tifa. You think this guy's not going to? Come on. I don't know about that, man. But I appreciate you, brother. Thank you so much. Niconico, the alleged Japanese YouTube. Yeah, basically. So let's talk about it, okay? All right, ladies and gentlemen. So in today's video, we are going to be discussing Niconico, which is a video hosting website service that is based in Japan. If you guys are unaware what happened to Japan's Niconico, well, apparently they ended up getting debanked by payment processors, so much so that the only bank that was even working with them after that was their own bank in Japan, which is basically JCB, right? JCB is the only bank that was working with them because they pretty much lost all other credit payment options that were available to them due to problematic content. Well, apparently, now we can talk about the results of what it looks like to be debanked as a semi-major platform. Niconico just recently talked about their subscription decline and how apparently the credit card restrictions, the adult content crackdown, and the overall debanking has resulted in a major loss in revenue. And it just goes to show that these payment processors have way too much power. It goes to show that, unfortunately, even if they have their own payment processing service, it still doesn't change the fact that the majority of the world utilizes these other payment processors and they don't want to be inconvenienced in any way. So they end up not subscribing or re-upping their subscription, even if they may or may not have JCB, right? So this article here, it says Japan's Niconico sees paid subscriptions decline following credit card restrictions and adult content crackdown. For 9 months, all credit card payment options, except for JCB, were suspended on Niconico, one of Japan's largest video platforms. Kadokawa's financial results for the first quarter of the fiscal year ending in March of 2026 reveals that overall revenue from its major video streaming platform Niconico has been on a decline. The company attributes this primarily to a recent decrease in premium paid subscriptions caused by credit card payments being suspended on the platform for 9 months. Now, this amount of power is ridiculous, right? We talk about this all the time. We have been anyway for the last couple of weeks, where payment processors are essentially more powerful than the governments that they operate around because they are able to debank someone to the point where they removed every single major credit card option aside from JCB. That is nuts. That is ridiculous. The fact that they could even do that is insane. And hilariously, they're worried about the content that's on Niconico, but they haven't said a goddamn thing about what's happening with Roblox. They haven't said a single thing about what's happening over there, and they are perfectly fine with processing every single payment down to the final penny from every potential PDF person that's over there. They're perfectly fine with that. They haven't said a single thing about it. Zero. And meanwhile, they're over here targeting fictional content and anime. It just seems like it's a little bit ridiculous. But in any case, although the most recent quarter saw subscriptions rebound slightly, with premium members growing by 5,000 to 994,000, this is still a far cry from the past figures. Excluding the impact of the June 2024 Kadokawa cyber attack, which resulted in extraordinary losses for Niconico in the previous fiscal year, the company admits that membership numbers have remained below the 1 million mark for the second consecutive quarter in a row, leading to an overall decline in revenue. While the number has been slowly dwindling these past few years, 2016 and 17 saw premium members peaking at 2.5 million. Kadokawa attributes the more recent decline to the temporary suspension of international credit cards on Niconico. From May 2024 to February 2025, no credit cards except for JCB were available as payment options on the website, which Kadokawa thinks has driven some members away. The fact that they were peaked at 2.5 million and now they're under 1 million, that is a pretty massive hit. And now, to be fair, not all of that is due to the removal of certain payment processors, but a good amount of it is. And it's unacceptable, in my opinion. It really is. Niconico has since revised its terms of use and action guidelines, as well as effectively banned all adult content on the platform and reinstated the Visa brand credit card payment option. So, okay, so they just recently self-censored themselves. I didn't even realize this. They censored themselves. They have censored all adult content on the platform in order for Visa to now give their mark back to Niconico. This is insanity. This is, again, the same Visa that is perfectly fine with processing payments in Roblox and taking all that money, given all the issues that are affecting that particular game and that particular company. They're perfectly fine with it. They have no issues with it. Even though there's all the drama and the lawsuits and everything like that, apparently they don't think that looks bad on their image. But God forbid somebody goes to Niconico for adult content, then suddenly, well, that's just too much, right? Those dirty anime titties, they're just way too much to deal with, right? The fictional kids, yeah, that's perfectly fine for them. They're okay with that. But the anime titties, oh no, you got to ban that immediately, or we are removing our service from you. This is crazy shit. But anyway, despite this move, the 9-month lull during which potential premium subscribers could not pay using their Visa credit cards might have done irreparable damage to the streaming service. Well, I mean, listen, what it is that people, once someone checks out from your service, the chances of you being able to get them back is going to be slim to none. Once people have detoxed themselves from your service, and even if they have an option to return, it really doesn't matter. They're gonna most likely stay checked out. That's just the truth of it. Niconico's current plans are to continue to implement mechanisms that will sustainably produce exclusive creators on the platform and to create opportunities for these creators to be active globally. It also wants to maximize licensing revenue, specifically from original music made by Niconico creators. So this whole Niconico situation is insane, obviously. And I want to be very clear for those of you that don't know what JCB is. Again, that's just that's Japan's bank. Whatever, perfectly fine. But to only have one payment processor, it's not going to be enough. You are clearly going to be majorly hindered by this. And obviously, Automated West says this: Japan's Niconico sees paid subscriptions decline following credit card restrictions and adult content crackdown. After they decide to remove and crack down certain content to the point of being super safe, why use it over other mainstream streaming sites like YouTube? What is the point? I think they fall into the trap, and a competition will soon be eliminated. This comment right here from Controvert is actually really good, because this brings up the other point of this, right? These payment processors are all in each other's pockets, and they're in the pockets of some of the bigger companies out there. Who is one of the bigger companies out there? Well, Google, right? Google is so massive that obviously they can have some influence in potentially targeting people that might be competitors, even if it's on a smaller scale. Niconico competing against YouTube in Japan, they had certain content that they were able to showcase on that platform when compared to YouTube not having that content. And now, like this comment says, by removing that content, well, you're basically removing anything that might make you different from YouTube. So there goes your ability to compete. It's all an interesting system that basically plays into itself, and it goes to show just how deep this rabbit hole goes. Now let's go over to Madam Savvy. So Madam Savvy is obviously going to call these people out, and rightfully so. She says this is evil. Visa and MasterCard are so quick to hurt Japan, which is true, by the way, but doesn't hurt Roblox, which it partners with and makes a good bit of money from. Keep in mind, they are partnered with Roblox, literally partnered with Roblox. You can Google this. It's insane. Quick to stop adults from buying products for adults, but happy to facilitate predators and their access to children. Now, again, guys, this entire situation just goes to show the hypocrisy that follows these companies, the hypocrisy behind their ideologies, and the fact that they consider fictional anime content to be problematic. They consider it to be, in their words, disgusting, right? They consider it to be all forms of wrong. But then when you question them about why they're not going after content that actually does real harm to real children, they're suddenly quiet. They suddenly don't have anything to say. They suddenly, want to take the stance of, well, we don't decide what content goes. We're not publishers or anything. Oh, so now you suddenly don't want to say anything. Now you suddenly want to be quiet when it's actually real kids that are being affected. But when it comes to anime, oh no, you gotta be the Karens of the fucking internet. It's insane, man. So people obviously don't like this, right? Technomage says, what do you have to say in your defense? MasterCard and Visa, your silence only incriminates you further. Don't take your anger out on me. It's crazy. Shout out to you, man. So anyway, this entire situation is stupid. It's ridiculous. It is unfair. This should not be happening to Niconico. And keep in mind, this has been happening for 9 months. They only just now got their visa back, but that is after they removed and censored themselves and basically bent the knee to visa because they really didn't have a choice. So you guys can let me know in the comments down below. What do you think about this entire situation with Niconico? What do you think about the censorship that's affecting the world right now? And what do you think about the payment process having so much power that they can all back out from a singular platform, forcing them to essentially bend the knee, even after 9 months of trying to fight against it? Whatever it may be, leave your thoughts down below. Thank you so much for watching this video. And if you enjoyed it, consider hitting that like and subscribe as we are on the road officially to 100,000. And I will see you guys on the next one. Crazy shit, man. Crazy shit, man. I'm telling you, Visa and MasterCard. Can Visa and MasterCard be debanked? Probably not. Probably not. I know people who have played Roblox, and I warn people to monitor their children who play that game. I think they need to go way past that at this point. And keep in mind, this has been happening to Japan for a while, which is why Madam Savvy says that Visa and MasterCard love to go after Japan, because it seems like they have a hard-on for censoring the content that comes from Japan. I just find it interesting. That's all. Let's see. We got Silver Bullet liking with a 5. Asking for a friend. Where is that video? Tifa you just mentioned. I'm not weird at all. Stop looking at me like that. Go use Google. Go use Google. Google Tifa. Google Tifa, whatever, sex video in front of politicians. I'm sure you'll find it. Will the fans with a 125? Don't know. We could sell Cucasino, Bigoti cookies, felted freps, spear chucka smoothie. Maybe we could do a coffee company. No, we're not doing it. We're not doing it, Will. J Viper with a 5. Hypno drip K cups when? Oh my God, bro. Come on. Come on, man. Can we stop? Silver Bullet like it with a 5. I like the idea of this coffee shop. Leon's Latte. Kata's feet frap. Ew. Will the fans cappuccino? Oh, Will the cappuccino? No, we're not doing it. Will the fans with a 125? We could call it not financially viable brand coffee or save my channel coffee. Oh shit. That's a probability. That would be pretty funny. Levistro for 17 months. What a legend. Fun fact, Prohibition ended after the St. Valentine's Day Massacre. After PMRC, music got more explicit to as an FU to Tipper Gore. Kosa, yeah, history. Shout out to Levistro. 17 months of legendary status, bro. Thank you so much. Somebody said coffee reveal at 100K, bro. No. Speaking of, guys, if you are new here and you haven't yet subscribed yet, please. We are at 98,870 so far in this stream. If we could get to 98.9 or even 99,000, that would be insane in this stream. So if you have not subscribed yet, please consider hitting that subscribe button. I would greatly appreciate it. We are working our way up there. Okay, let's go over to Rumble. Was Rumble talking? Let's see. Rumble was definitely talking, man. Let's see. We got... Shout out to Rumble. So we got Deadeye's Lock with $1. Remember the first 15 minutes of the Cody Banks movie? Moms, not all, leave the baby in cars, causing near-death accidents. Yet collective gout wants grift. This can be harder than their lonely stats. Fair enough. Nice comparison. Adam Junman with $1. Mock Money Shot Espresso. That's great. Can you imagine Can you imagine trying to drink something from a coffee shop and it's called the Money Shot Espresso? Can you imagine that? Like, who thinks that's a good idea? Like, that's a terrible idea. No, we're not doing that. We're not doing that. Nope. That's a lawsuit waiting to happen. Nope. Money Shot Espresso is crazy, bro. That's crazy. You need to repent for that. Repent for that idea. Repent for that idea. What the fuck, bro? All right. Exactly. Imagine ordering it, bro. Oh my God. Imagine all the white women. They will go there and they'd be like, yeah, hi, can I get a Money Shot Espresso? What the fuck? That would be insane, bro. Oh my God, TJ, Money Shot Espresso, the one with all the extra cream. Get out of here, bro. Repent. Repent. Get out. Get out. Jesus can't help some of us. You're right. You're absolutely right. You are absolutely right, man. We are well past that point. All right. Let's get into the topic with this one. I found this to be very interesting, boys. Very interesting. Talking about the UK Online Safety Act. Let's go to video recorder. T-Jab, let me know how far we are from tier 1, brother, please, if you can. Let's get into it. So this one's going to be interesting, man. So unironically, there's been a lot of articles that have been coming out basically trying to fight against the Online Safety Act from the UK specifically. And it's interesting because we have this article fighting against it, right? Which came out August 1st of this month. And then we had this article that came out recently today, right? On the 18th today. Basically saying that children's exposure to porn is actually higher than it was before the Online Safety Act of 2023. So we gotta talk about this, man, because this shit is just hilarious, bro. It is hilarious. Every single time they try to do these online safety acts, right? They almost never do. They never do what they're supposed to do, right? They never do it, which is why I put the poll. I think in my poll, let me see. In my poll, I put, do you think Online Safety Act stop children? 67% of you said it doesn't do shit. And that's pretty much where the majority of people line up, I think. It doesn't do a goddamn thing, which we all basically said that's the case. So we're going to talk about this in this video. Let's check this out and see what we got. And we're going to try to get to tier 1 in the meantime. We are $47.94 away. Thank you, TJ. I appreciate you, brother. Thank you. All right, boys, let's do it, man. All right, ladies and gentlemen. So in today's video, we are going to be talking about the UK's Online Safety Act. Yes, we're going to talk about it again because apparently there have been some articles that have been coming out this month that have not only been fighting against it, but also calling out the absolute hypocrisy over the fact that these online safety acts don't do a damn thing. They don't actually prevent children from finding bad content. They don't prevent children from consuming bad content. If anything, there are articles and conversations out there that actually say the opposite. There's an article here right now from The Guardian saying that children's exposure to bad stuff is actually higher than before the 2023 Online Safety Act, according to a recent poll. So we're going to go over all of this and talk about just how effective the Online Safety Acts actually are. Do they do anything? Every time they try to enact an Online Safety Act, does it actually do anything? Of course not. All it does is allow them to have more power and control over the populace, which they really want to control the adults. That's really what it's about. So let's talk about the Online Safety Act and kind of compare it over everything. So young people should be able to access information, speak to each other and to the world, play games, and express themselves online without the government making decisions about what speech is permissible. But in one of the latest misguided attempts to protect children online, internet users of all ages in the UK are being forced to prove their age before they can access millions of websites under the country's Online Safety Act. The legislation attempts to make the UK supposedly the safest place in the world. And again, anytime the government, I want to be very clear, anytime the government comes to you and says, I am the government and I'm here to help, those are the scariest words anybody can probably hear in their life, because the government is never here to help you. It's never about help. They never want to come to help you. They don't care about you, man. They don't care about the average Joe. They don't really care to help you in the slightest. They only want to control you, manipulate you, and utilize you to bolster whatever it is they need to bolster. And that's it. But in any case, apparently the UK will be the safest place in the world from those scary anime titties in the world online by placing a duty of care on online platforms to protect their users from supposed harmful content. Keep in mind, what we're going to do in this video is we're going to go over exactly what that harmful content is. Some of the stuff that's on this list that's considered harmful content has absolutely nothing to do with young kids, has absolutely nothing to do with protecting them whatsoever, but they put it on there anyway because, again, they got to sneak it in, right? They got to sneak it as much as they possibly can to try to make this go as far as they can make it go. It mandates that any site accessible in the UK, including social media, search engines, music sites, and adult content providers, enforce age checks to prevent children from seeing harmful content. This is defined in 3 categories, and failure to comply could result in fines of up to 10% of global revenue or courts blocking services. Now, I think it's hilarious that they are willing to fine these companies. Think about it, right? Think about it. They are trying to say that this content's harmful. They're trying to say that they want to protect children. They're trying to say that all this is about is ensuring that harmful content does not get in front of the eyes of kids. Well, there is one way and one way only to ensure that it doesn't happen. Ban the service from your country, right? I feel like that's obvious. Ban the service from your country. If it really offends you that much, ban the service. The fact that you have an option for these companies to pay a fine instead of getting their services banned from all this supposed harmful content, I think that's hilarious. You are essentially saying that as a government, you are willing to turn a blind eye to the service not doing what it's supposed to do as long as they pay you. It's crazy stuff. But again, what do I know, right? Anyway, so they're willing to take 10% of global revenue or potentially block your service altogether. Now, you're probably thinking to yourself, well, what is the harmful content, right? What is the harmful content? Is it just, Gooner stuff? Is that what it is? Well, no, it's actually a lot of stuff that most kids don't even partake in. Primary priority content, number 1, that is harmful for children. Obviously, X-rated stuff. Content which encourages, promotes, or provides instructions for offing yourself, harming yourself, or having an eating disorder or behaviors associated with an eating disorder. That is primary priority content, according to the UK Online Safety Act. Now, what is priority content? Well, that is content that is abusive on the basis of race, religion, sex, sexual orientation, disability, or gender reassignment. Where the hell did that come from, right? So, again, even this first one right here, what the hell does this have to do with children? This is political ideology, right? This is literally political ideology. You're saying, so what? No racism. You can't go against anything based on religion, sex, or sexual orientation. Weren't you guys trying to stop them from viewing that? What the fuck does sex and sexual orientation have to do with anything? I thought you were trying to stop them from viewing all that stuff. Disability or gender reassignment. So gender reassignment, like we were talking about trans people. So anything that's considered negative or critical of trans ideology, well, that's harmful to children. What the fuck? This has nothing to do with children. It never has, and it never will, right? This has everything to do with control and the ability to dictate what adults can and cannot say. That's what this is about. Again, they're trying to say this is harmful for children. Bro, what child is partaking in any of this? In any case, content that incites hatred against people on the basis of race, religion, sex, sexual orientation, disability, or gender assignment. Again, who decides what is considered hate speech or not? Who decides that? The government? Why am I not surprised? Content that encourages, promotes, or provides instructions for serious violence against a person. I guess that's not bad. Bullying content. Oh, okay. So you can't even learn about bullies anymore. That's interesting. Content which depicts serious violence against or graphically depicts serious injury to a person or animal, whether real or fictional. Content that encourages, promotes, or provides instructions for stunts and challenges that are highly likely to result in serious injury. So wait. So hold on. So what about content like skateboarding? What about like the X Games? Do they still do the X Games? What about BMX? Like, so you mean to tell me all this stuff, that kind of content, kids can't even see that anymore? What do you want kids to even do? Do you want to just like sit in a corner? What do you want them to do? Anyway, content that encourages the self-administration of harmful substances. Okay. Now, what is this? This is part 3, non-designated content that is supposedly harmful to children. Content is non-designated content if it presents a material risk of significant harm to an appreciable number of children in the UK, provided that the risk of harm does not flow from any of the following: the content's potential financial impact, the safety or quality of goods featured in the content, or the way in which a service featured in the content may be performed. Online service providers must make a judgment call about whether the content they host is harmful to children, and if so, address the risk by implementing a number of measures, which includes, but it's not limited to, and here's where it gets really, really good, boys, robust age checks. Services must use highly effective age assurance, but highly effective Highly effective. Hold on. Timeout. I need a moment to pause in this video. Wait a second. Highly effective? You mean the same technology that got beaten by the photo mode in Death Stranding? You mean the same technology that got beaten by fucking Gary's mod? That's highly effective to you? Are you out of your fucking mind? Bro, these people use these words that they try to make it sound like it's the same thing that happened with the vaccine, right? Where they were like, oh, it's highly effective, highly effective. It went from 99% highly effective to like 42% a year later. Highly effective. Don't worry, it's highly effective. It's just so insane, highly effective. Anyway, if services have minimum age requirements and are not using highly effective age assurance to prevent children under that age using the service, they should assume that the younger children are on their service and take appropriate steps to protect them from harm. To do this, all users on sites that host this content must verify their age. For example, by uploading a form of ID like a passport, taking a face selfie or video to facilitate age assurance to third-party services, or giving permission for the age check service to access information from your bank about whether you are over 18. Bro, they want to get permission for age check services from your bank account. This is unbelievable. And they're utilizing third-party services so that if things go bad, if something gets hacked, if somebody's information gets stolen, the government can essentially wipe their hands with it and say, well, I got nothing to do with it. The third-party service is the one that took all your information. You have to go to them and complain. This is so fucking ridiculous, bro. It really is. Here's another great part right here. Safer algorithms. We all know what that means. And like I said in my last video, and I'm going to say it again, what they want to do is they want to recreate what Twitter was 5 years ago. That's what they want. They want to create a utopia where whatever it is they want to push is what they're going to push, and everything else gets shadow banned. Everything else gets permabanned. Everything else gets deleted. That is what they want. They want a perfect utopia of government-controlled propaganda, because that was literally what fucking Twitter was 5 years ago. If you even sneezed remotely away from the center in the other side of the right direction, right, left or right, if you went right even slightly, you were immediately, it was like the Eye of Sauron went after you on Twitter, and you were shadow banned to the fucking moon, right? You were thrown in Mount Doom with Gollum, and there was no coming back. That's basically what would happen. And that's what they're trying to rebuild here with these online safety acts. It's exactly what they want. When they say safer algorithms, they mean algorithms that are in their favor, always, right? That's what they want. But in any case, services will be expected to configure their algorithms to ensure children are not presented with the most harmful content and take appropriate action to protect them from other harmful content. And of course, effective moderation. All services must have content moderation systems in place to take swift action against content that is harmful to children when they become aware of it. Since these measures took effect in late July, social media platforms Reddit, Blue Sky, Discord, and X all introduced age checks to block children from seeing harmful content on their sites. X websites like Pornhub and YouPorn implemented age assurance checks on their websites, now asking users to either upload government-issued ID, provide an email address for technology to analyze other services where it has been used, or submit their information to a third-party vendor for age verification. Bro, I swear to God, imagine the pictures they get to send to Pornhub and YouPorn. Can you imagine? Can anybody think about that? Imagine the pictures that are getting sent to them. Think about the idea behind that. So let's say you're about to get ready to goon, right? You're just pants down, ready to goon. You know, it's in your hand and you're ready to go at it, right? And then right before you could go at it, the website says, hold up, you got to upload a selfie of yourself. I swear to God, I would upload the fucking dirtiest selfie. I'd be like, all right, you really want a selfie right now? You want a selfie at this point in time? I got you, homie. I got you right now. I'm going to send you a real good selfie. Bro, this is the dumbest shit that I've ever heard in my life. Anyway, so sites like Spotify are also requiring users to submit face scans to third-party digital identity company Yoti to access content labeled 18+. Ofcom, which oversees implementation of the OSA, went further by sending letters to try to enforce the UK legislation on US-based companies, such as the supposed right-wing platform Gab, Well, again, we talked about that before and how they tried to go after 4chan as well. And 4chan basically said, go fuck yourselves. Like, we don't care about your fines. We don't care about any of that. And we've already lawyered up. So good luck with that. This whole thing is an absolute joke. And the reason why is because, quite frankly, it has been proven through multiple different polls and even studies that these, online safety acts, they don't do a damn thing, right? The Online Safety Act from 2023 has proven to be completely ineffective because children have apparently been exposed to X-rated content higher than even before the 2023 Online Safety Act. Children's Commissioner for England says findings show little had improved despite a new law and tech firm promises. So what was that exactly about highly effective? How exactly are you highly effective when kids are viewing X-rated content at a higher point than they ever were before you introduced your supposed highly effective technology? It's very clear that your technology isn't exactly highly effective. Exposure to pornography has increased since the introduction of UK rules to protect the public online, with children as young as, oh, that's crazy, bro. Children as young as 6 seeing it by accident. Research by Children's Commissioner for England has found. Dame Rachel D'Souza said a survey found more young people said that they had been exposed to this stuff before the age of 18 than in 2023 when the Online Safety Act became law. Now more than a quarter now have said that they've seen porn online by age 11, with some saying they were age 6 or younger when asked about their first exposure. So all this talk about being highly effective, all this talk about being able to protect the children, you guys haven't been able to do a fucking thing. And it's very clear that whatever your strategies are, they don't work. They've never worked. And all it was for control. What does any of this have to do with kids is beyond me, right? If you're talking about some of this early stuff, fine, no problem. X-rated content, we can always talk about that. But when you're talking about, oh, well, you can't be bigoted. you can't tell trans people that the ideology is a little bit questionable, right? You can't talk about how LGBTQ sexual orientation might be a little bit annoying when it comes to the activists anyway. You can't talk about any of that, right? You can't talk about, racial stereotypes, none of that stuff. You can't talk about any of that stuff because apparently that's harmful content and it needs to be censored. So anyway, you guys can let me know in the comments down below of this video. What do you think about all this stuff? What do you think about this list regarding what's considered harmful content? And the hilarious thing is it's so vague. A lot of it's so vague that they could just add to it, right? What if one day they decide that, I don't know, Grand Theft Auto and video games or video games in general? What if video games are considered harmful, right? What if they want to say video games are considered harmful and that some random study has discovered that video games lead to violence and thus we need to classify it as harmful? What happens then? I'm just saying, let me know in the comments down below. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, consider hitting that like and subscribe button, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Bro, this list is crazy. GDR says, I am harmful content. Are you? I could believe that. Sadly, I can see that happening. Well, that's what I've been telling people. It's like, at what point does the harmful content end, right? Because they're trying to get to the point where almost everything's going to be considered harmful. Everything they don't like. Everything that makes their life harder to control people, right? Because a lot of this is to control the flow of information. That's really what it's about. So, Hypnotic, the fucking craziest part is that they're blocking suicide self-help sites that teens especially need. Oh, I didn't even realize that. I really didn't realize that. That's actually ridiculous. So if a child is feeling suicidal, they can't even reach a suicide hotline? What the fuck? That's crazy. That's crazy, man. Again, if the government says we are here to help, just realize it's all bullshit. Mr. Melancholy with a 5. Texas passed an ID law last year with corn sites. It's stupid because people would just go to pirate sites. It does not work and only makes them fools. I know. We talked about that. Because Mississippi actually used Texas as an excuse to pass their own Online Safety Act that takes it one step further. So Texas wants to ID verify the X-rated sites. Mississippi wants to ID verify everything, every single website, every single social media site. They want to ID verify everything. So they took it a million steps further, really, if you think about it. Let's go over to Rumble really quick. Shout out to Rumble. Where are we at? Let me scroll up really fast. We got, sorry, let me scroll up. Adam Jubin for $1. It's a bunch of adults that were bullied as kids running the UK. That's probably true. And they're like, hey, we got the power now. Let's go. Deadeye's Lock with $1. Online Precaution Control Act is about as deep of a cesspool as both the list and OF Dirty Secrets. Fair enough. The Pokesphere podcast actually makes an interesting comment on Rumble. He says, I guess they think the VPNs don't exist. Well, here's the thing. It's from what I understand, the UK is trying to ban VPNs. They're trying to ban VPNs pretty much completely, to my knowledge. So I don't know if they're going to be successful because there's a lot of issues with that, but that's what they're trying to do. They know exactly what they're doing, right? They know what they're targeting, and they're targeting it for a reason. It's because they know if they could get rid of certain things, that it makes their job a lot easier, and it makes you having the ability to get certain information a lot harder. That's what they want to do. Anyway, really quick shout out, guys. We are nearly at 98,900. Every segment, we go up like 10 subs. Shout out to you guys. We're climbing up there little by little. We are a little bit short from tier 1 still. Thank you guys so much again for your support. It's absolutely insane. It really is. Let's well, so you can't ban VPNs. They have as many IPs as they want. That's true, but they're trying to ban the service completely, right? So they're trying to say that, NordVPN can't operate in the UK. Like, you can't even sell it. You can't utilize it. That's basically what they're saying. Whether they're successful or not, I guess we'll find out. Let's see. Let me hold on. We got a Dare Soto with $1. They're even removing posts on the UK about illegal migrants. Yeah, that's another thing too. Like, apparently talking about illegal immigration is not allowed. That's considered harmful content. What the fuck? What are you talking about? It has nothing to do with kids, obviously. He says about illegal migrants from the Britannia Hotel walked into a woman's home uninvited, and the people caught him and handed him over to the police, but the police let him go. Yeah, I'm not surprised. Anti-Federal is paying with $1. Porn, an easy target, hard to defend, but would be the first thing censored. Nevertheless, I'm really tired of defending weird shit, but fuck it, weird shit. I'm on your side. Well, that's exactly what it is, man. That's exactly what it is. Like, they'll start with the most extreme stuff and then try to make that the norm. That's always how this goes. So they'll start with the stuff that they know is very hard to defend for the average Joe. And they'll be like, see, don't you want to be on our side? We're the side of the good guys. Let's go ban this stuff. And we promise we're going to stop. Never stops. It literally never stops. Dumb Creative with a 5. They want to data face us. They sure as fuck do. Shout out to Dumb Creative over on Rumble. Thank you so much, brother. I appreciate that. Beat JT? Fuck no. Fuck no. Listen, man, I keep telling you, GDR, you drop a red boy, I got a JT moan for you.
Stop it. Get some help.
Just saying, you can relive your greatest memories. Shout out to you, man. Let's get into the Zelosi says, no, please don't. No, please don't. T-Jab says we are 33.94 away from tier 1. All right. Maybe we'll get it. Maybe we'll get it. Maybe we won't. Let's get into the final topic, boys. The final topic of the evening, and it has to do with Steam. Good old Steam changing shit. Fucking Steam. Always changing shit, man. Well, not always. It's only been recently that they've been changing a bunch of shit. Gee, I wonder why. I wonder why. This one's interesting to me. It's interesting because it makes you wonder why they're doing it. Like, why now? Like, why now? Why separate reviews based on language and then adjust the scores accordingly based on that? Like, what are you trying to do here? Are you trying to change the perception of the game? Because that's how it seems. It seems like this is meant to protect video games from review bombing. That's really what it looks like here. But we'll see. Robert Baker with a 2. Will God come after them? I don't know. I'm not him. I have no idea. Shout out. Thank you for the 2, man. Yeah, I would agree with that. Lots of AAA getting review bombed. They must be annoyed. Yep. So we're going to talk about it and let's see what's going on here. But I think this has to honestly do with Wu Chang. I think Wu Chang was probably the final straw. I would not be surprised. Obviously, you guys know about the Helldiver situation, but let's talk about this. All right, ladies and gentlemen. So in today's video, we are going to be talking about Steam and how apparently they are doing a major change to their reviewing system. This is actually a very interesting change. So I want you guys to sit with me and stick this one out as we go through this entire story. But apparently, they are going to be changing the way that the review scores are calculated on their platform. I find this to be very interesting. Apparently, Valve is going to be removing reviews in other languages from the overall user rating. I find this to be highly sus, especially what just happened with Wu Chang, Fallen Feathers. Obviously, that game got censored recently. If you don't know that, go check out my video talking about the situation. But Wu Chang got censored by Chinese nationalists pushing the developers to do so. The developers bent the knee and censored the entire goddamn story. And now, people obviously are review bombing the game and changing their scores to negative. Well, apparently, that's no longer going to be as effective for whatever that reason may be. Obviously, Steam is not going to give you the reason, but they did make a statement, and we're going to talk about it. So Valve apparently is overhauling how Steam reviews are displayed in a new update. It announced on Monday the percentage score usually assigned to games based on the number of positive and negative user reviews will now exclude reviews written in other languages. The change comes as Steam becomes an increasingly popular global PC storefront, and routine review bombing from players in specific regions can torpedo a game's ratings for everyone on the platform. So basically, from how I'm understanding this, and forgive me if I'm wrong, but from how I'm understanding this, it seems as if when you go to view a video game, the score that you see for the review is going to be based on the scores that are only written in your language that you have selected on Steam. So if you're a Chinese player, you're only going to see a score based on what other Chinese players have said about the game. If you're a North American player, you're only going to see, basically what's in English. Like that's basically it. So it's essentially trying to censor, in a way, ironically, the review scores and kind of hide the disdain that people might have for that particular video game. There are certain video games that do get review bombed by certain parts of the country, and you mean to tell me that now people outside of that country are not going to know about why this game is being review bombed because it's not going to be in their language? I just honestly see how this is a little bit ridiculous. But in any case, let's continue. So Steam's growth, apparently, since then into an even larger global presence means customers in different regions of the world may have vastly different experiences from each other for the same game. Valve explained in a new blog post that there are a variety of reasons this may happen for a particular game, including translation issues, cultural references. Oh, this has to do with Wu Chang. This obviously has to do with Wu Chang, or at least at the bare minimum was influenced partially by Wu Chang. Cultural references, poor network connections, and many other things. Things that the overall review score haven't been able to capture until now. Calculating a language-specific review means that we can still better distill the sentiment of these different groups of customers, and in doing so, it better serve potential customers that belong to those groups. I think they're trying to hide it, personally. I think they're trying to hide the overall conversation and sentiment about the video game. I don't think this is a good idea. At the very least, this might not affect video games that are being review bombed globally because of XYZ reason that everybody agrees is bad. But this is going to give a false idea of the game, right? So let's say Wu Chang got review bombed by mostly Chinese players. That means that North American players that don't speak Chinese, they're going to look at the review score and see a glowing magical score, and they're going to think everything's fine, when in fact the game is being censored and they just haven't found out about it yet. So now they're going to go buy the game, not realizing they're buying the censored version, and they're never going to know. Or at the very least, may not know. I don't like this idea. I don't like this particular change. I think this is a really bad change. Not every game will be impacted by the changes. Valve said that it will only start calculating language-specific review scores for games with at least 2,000 publicly visible user reviews and at least 200 written in a particular language. So they're going to gatekeep it behind a certain amount of reviews. So there's that. Not every game is going to experience this situation. Players can now click through the review score section of a game Steam store to get a breakdown of the scores across different languages. While this will now be the default mode for review scores on Steam, everyone will still have the option to toggle back to the old system. So you guys that are watching the video right now, let it be known that when you boot up Steam, this will be your default. I highly implore that you change it back to the old system so that way you could see everybody's input when it comes to reviews of video games, so you could get a true idea of what's going on with a particular game. Because if a game's getting review bombed, that means something really bad happened and people need to know about it. And if they hide it because the majority of it's coming from one particular language over another, that's kind of fucked up, in my opinion. And then it says, we realize that whenever we make changes to user reviews, we're inviting some scrutiny into our motivations for making those changes. Absolutely. Absolutely. As much as I love Steam and I love Valve, there is no way I am not looking at you with a side eye right now, looking at you and wondering why exactly are you tinkering with the way reviews are perceived on your platform. Anytime any platform does that, I'm immediately sus, right? This reminds me of when Rotten Tomatoes did the whole verified review score, right? Where now they show the verified score. They don't show the overall score because they're trying to hide community sentiment around whatever particular show or movie there is that people are talking about. So I'm looking at you with a side eye, wondering exactly why you are trying to do this. It says maintaining trust in the system is crucial to us. So we've erred on the side of being as transparent as possible. I don't think you're being very transparent at all, but I can understand why you may think you are. The move comes just days after one of Steam's biggest releases of the season, Wu-Chang Fallen Feathers, implemented controversial changes to the game following apparent pushback from some Chinese fans over historical references in the fictional Souls-like. While it's unclear if the game factored into this new policy at all, games on Steam increasingly get review bombed for all sorts of reasons that don't necessarily have to do with the underlying functionality or experience, from allegations of using generative AI to complaints of terms of service requirements in places like Europe. Data from Simon Carl's Game Discover newsletter earlier this year showed that a plurality, I can't say that word, plurality, there you go, of Steam users in 2024 had simplified Chinese as their primary language on the platform, followed narrowly by English in second place. Over the summer, Helldivers 2 was briefly review bombed after an apparent translation error led Chinese players to feel cheated by one of the game's weekly mission objectives. The latest changes to review scores seem like an attempt by Valve to keep those two audiences separate, at least when it comes to rating new games. I don't think you should, though. I don't think that you should be keeping this separate, because people should know about these situations. People should be aware of these situations, and people are smart enough to read the reviews and click the translate button and see what it's saying. I don't think you should be doing this at all. I think that this is a bad sentiment. I think it's you trying to censor reviews, unfortunately. And while it doesn't affect every game, it only affects some games. At the end of the day, that's still enough to cause a problem. And we all know that this is mainly going to be targeting AAA games, which is what they're genuinely trying to censor. They're trying to censor the community sentiment around AAA games, and they're just letting indie games fly into their own banner. So you guys let me know in the comments down below. What do you think about this situation? Do you think this is a good change? Do you think it's a bad change? Whatever it may be, let me know in the comments. Thank you so much for watching this video. And if you enjoyed it, consider hitting that like and subscribe, as we are on the road to 100K. And I'll see you guys on the next one. I think it's a bad idea, personally. Trust in the translate button. Yeah, I think it's a bad idea. Chinese fans, quotation marks. Yeah, Chinese fans, right? The CCP. That's the Chinese fans. Let me see. Where we at? Bombastic side-eye. Steam platform is still really getting forced to becoming a real-life, actual, alleged criminal, uncivilized, censorship-happy PC platform by the Tom Dyer criminal mastermind, Tom Holland. Fair enough. Sounds about accurate. Very bad idea. Fair enough. I think this is a bad change. Okay, fair. China. Pie Guy says, I think that this specifically isn't inherently bad because the Chinese player base tends to absolutely harass the shit out of various games. So here's my problem, right? My problem with this is that most things are not inherently bad until they become bad, right? The road to hell is paved with good intentions. I'm sure you've heard that sentiment before. This is one of those situations, right? where you have this particular, review altering, if you want to call it that, review altering, that inherently may not be bad, but I can only help and wonder that it's going to be used in bad ways. It's really, I really do think it's going to be used in bad ways, personally. So much censorship in every direction. Yep, I agree. But we could turn the view mode back. Yes, so you could turn the view mode back. So if you utilize Steam, make sure you guys change your review mode back to the original, so that way you can see all reviews. This is basically Rotten Tomatoes all over again. That's what I want to like drive home. This is Rotten Tomatoes all over again. When they implemented user reviews versus verified reviews, it's the same fucking thing, just with a different name. So, okay, where are we at? So we got Jack Maubrey with a $20 banger. Says closer. Now get to
My hands are shaking, but I'm still shooting. I'm still getting the headshots. It's like boom, headshot, boom, headshot, boom, headshot.
Shout out to Jack. Don't worry, we got the waifu battle coming up in like a couple of seconds, and hopefully that'll allow us to get further to our goals. We got Monkey Man 04 with a 5. What did the Jack say to the car? Can I give you a lift? Unbelievable. T-Jab Steve with 594, because tier 1 shall be hit. Tier 2 is up to the rest of you coffee hungry miscreants. Bro, we managed to save tier 1, ladies and gentlemen, for the 430th stream in a row. 430 streams in a row. Now we are trying to get to tier 2 for the 118th stream in a row. Shout out to you guys. Shout out to T-Jab Steve for getting us to tier 1 with everybody else. Thank you. I appreciate that. All right, boys. If you're not going to partake in the waifu battle, thank you guys so much for the insane support today. I appreciate you. Join us again, 9 p.m. Eastern tomorrow for Hypnocast. And again, my last final request, if you are new here and you haven't subscribed yet, consider hitting that subscribe button, as we are on the way to 99,000 subscribers, which will officially put us on the final countdown from 99 to 100,000 subscribers. We might end up seeing a 6-digit number if we are lucky, perhaps even by the end of this month. Who knows? I'm trying very hard to get there. So if you're not subscribed yet, consider hitting that sub. I would greatly appreciate it, man. All right, let's get to gooning. We got to close out the show. See if we can hit tier 2 and have some fun. This particular waifu battle is going to be very interesting. Very, very interesting. All right, boys. The waifu battle is here. Now, this particular waifu battle, again, the champion is none other than the one and the only Carmen Sandiego, which honestly blew my mind. Blew my mind yesterday. It was insane. Let's go over the rules of engagement, and we're going to bring out the challenger that's going to go up against Carmen Sandiego. She won't lose, man. She just refuses to lose. Rule number 1. All super chats during the waifu battle can and will count to a particular waifu, but the only way that it's going to count is if you put the name of the waifu in the super chat first. You got to put the name first. If you do not put the name of the waifu in the super chat first, then it will not count. It does not matter how big they are. If you super chat after the fact and you put the name of the waifu you forgot to put the first time first, then I will make it count. Rule number 2. You could vote for any waifu regardless of who's on the screen. It doesn't matter. You could vote for the champion, who is Carmen Sandiego, or you could vote for the challenger, who you're about to find out. Doesn't matter who's on screen at the time. Last but not least, after the second waifu comes off screen, I'm going to do a 30-second countdown. After that 30-second countdown, no more super chats are going to count. It doesn't matter how big they are. The last super chat that shows up on my screen will be the one that counts. So please, if you're going to vote, vote early and vote hard, ladies and gentlemen. Do we understand the rules? I know we don't. I know we don't. Yeah, exactly. Nani? The fuck are the rules? I know we don't. Trust me, I get it. I get it, but I gotta say it anyway. Sir, nobody's listening to a word you just said. Fuck you guys, man. All right, man. Listen, today's challenger. Like I said, when I'm on the road, I can only bring back former champions. So today, I'm going to bring back a champion who is a little bit of a strange one. But I know how you guys like your blue girls. I know you like your blue girls. But it's not Liara. All right, boys. The challenger that's going to go up against Carmen Sandiego and hopefully, maybe, if we're lucky, get us to tier 2 is going to be none other than the one and the only Mystique. Ladies and gentlemen, let's start the clock and let's see who is going to win. Is it going to be Carmen Sandiego or is it going to be Mystique? The names are on the bottom. Let me know what you think in the comments. And let's see. No, it's not Smurfette. That's crazy, bro. Repent. Repent for the Smurf. Bro, Smurfette? Really? No. Repent. Silver Bullet Lycan with a 5. Exactly. Mystique could be anything. Silver Bullet Lycan with a 5. Carmen. I'm not gooning. Trust me. We sure about that? Are we sure about that? Come on, man. It's not Clippy again? No, it's not Clippy. You're not going to get a Clippy waifu. Stop. You're not going to... How would you even get a Clippy waifu? That doesn't make any sense. How would that even happen? Come on. Come on, boys. Let's see. Who is it going to be? Mystique or Carmen Sandiego? Let's get some fights going. Otherwise, we're going to lose our 100 and... What is it? 117 tier 2 streak in a row. It's crazy. That's crazy. Clippy with big boobs? Yeah, fuck no. Bro, Clippy with boobs sounds insane. What are you doing? What are you doing? Who said, like, why would you want Clippy with boobs? Why would you want Clippy with boobs? That's crazy, bro. Stop it. Stop it. It's not happening. Peace out, Right Guy. Thank you so much for hanging out, man. Thank you so much for hanging out. We got I Can Help With That, who ironically is a Clippy with 199 saying Mystique. Shout out. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate the 199. We got BioT of 19 with a 5. Mystique. If she wins this, this will be her first. She lost to Morrigan. Mystique has never been a champion before, which is kind of crazy. Ron DFK with a 5 saying Mystique, more bluebies. Shout out. Let's go. Let's go. So far, Mystique is in the lead, but all it takes is one Carmen Sandiego fan to ruin it all. That's all it takes. That's all it takes, man. Vardamus says, of course we go into comics when I'm dusted. Murphy's Law loves me. I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry, Vardamus. I apologize. Don't worry. I'll bring up comic waifus as time goes on. That's a lot of blue. Yeah, imagine what else is blue. Now, do we think the nips are blue, though? That's really the question. We got Silver Bullet Lycan with a $10 banger, says Carmen Sandiego. Where in the world is she? She is definitely a hottie. Well, she's now caught up to Mystique, so now it's a little bit closer. We got Dead Eyes Lock with $1. Carmen Sandiego. Sorry, Mystique. I love you, but you will always be a better choice than Timu Crimson Chin Ramsey. Wow. That's insane. That was an insane comment. Dark Exile says that the carpet matched the drapes. Maybe. Maybe. Exactly. How are people not realizing this? With Mystique, you could technically have any woman you want. Bro, how are people not realizing this? It should be an immediate vote. But I guess people are holding back. That's okay. That's okay. Well, it's okay until tier 2 gets felted. Then we got to restart our streak. That's going to suck. All right, boys. Mystique is coming off screen. It is time for Mystique to come off the screen. And now it is time to bring out the one and the only Carmen Sandiego. Ladies and gentlemen, let's start the clock and let's see who is going to win. Is it going to be Carmen Sandiego Or is it going to be Mystique? Let's find out. Dark Exile says, wait, you didn't hit tier 2 yet? Nope, we are super far. We are super far, Dark Exile. Getting wrecked out here. Let's find out. Who is it going to be? Who is it going to be? We got Anti-Federalist Pain with a 10 over on Rumble. For Mystique, says Redhead and Blue Girl. Yes, please. Also, she could be Carmen Sandiego or Mount Lady or any other waifu. He gets it. He gets it. Anti-Federalist Pain gets it. See? Could be any waifu. Now, to be fair, there's only one Carmen Sandiego, legitimately. Silver Bullet Lycan with a 5. Guys would. I figured this was like a good choice. Both are ugly. You think Carmen Sandiego's ugly? That's insane. That's insane. I could understand you not liking the blue girl, but come on. Not Carmen Sandiego, bro. She's amazing. Especially this version. I'm just saying. Think about it. Guys, Mystique could be Sonya according to Soul Reaper. Wow. We're just giving away Sonya, huh? Is that what's happening? Katrina from Tekken. Sounds about right. Carmen is not ugly. Repent. I agree. I agree. Damn, we are getting felted tonight. This is rough. This is rough. Don't worry, I'm not going to pull a Smash JT and extend the stream to try to save tier 2. If we don't get it, we don't get it. We'll lose the 115, 117, whatever it is streak. Anti-Federalist Pain with another 5 for Mystique over on Rumble. Says, yes, she could be anyone, but maybe. Don't tell a psychopath she isn't good enough during sex. Baby, can you be anyone but you? And you're dead. That is so true. That is so true. Can you imagine how insulting that would sound? Can you imagine how insulting that would literally sound? If you're in bed with Mystique and you're like, hey, can you be anybody else? That's crazy, bro. Mystic Vegeta with a 2. Carmen, way better pick than Mystique pick. Hey, there you go. It's actually right down the middle. This is pretty close. Black Tailgate with a 5. Carmen Sandiego. Shout out. This is a really close battle. I'm actually surprised. I didn't think Mystique was going to be doing this well, but I guess I was wrong. Nexus Nocturne with a 5, saying Mystique, aka Sonya. I like how we're just tying Mystique to Sonya now. That's amazing. Silver Bullet Lycan with Carmen Sandiego. Red is my favorite color for a reason. Her. Makes sense. Makes sense. Shout out to Silver Bullet Lycan. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. It seems like Rumble is mostly Mystique with 1 vote for Carmen Sandiego. All right, guys. Carmen Sandiego is about to come off the screen right now. Right now, in a couple of seconds when the song ends. And she's off. Okay. Are we ready for the final countdown? This is it. This is for all the gold. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. And that is it, ladies and gentlemen. The waifu battle is over. Nobody got any super chats in until the very end. Shout out to you guys. Silver Bullet Lycan was the last super chat that counted for Carmen Sandiego, saying red is my favorite color for a reason, and it's her. There was nothing over on Rumble as well. Unfortunately, Twisted Masters, $51. Why 51? $51 Pink Boy Mega Banger says Carmen San Diego did not count. Fucking A. Did not count. God damn it. God damn it. Mods, count it up, and let's find out who won this waifu battle. But I will say it did count towards tier 2, but unfortunately, we are super far away still, sadly. But thank you so much, Twisted Master, with the 51. I appreciate you, brother. Let me put the belt on. Let me put the belt on Mystique just in case, because I don't know who won. I have no idea who won this one. We lagged out. Did YouTube lag out? Really? The stream dropped? Really? That's so odd. What kind of delay am I in? I'm on about a. I'm not on. Well, okay. So I don't decide the delay. My delay is about 8 seconds, like 8 to 10 seconds, give or take. But Rumble's like 30 seconds. Twisted Master for a 2 says, "Oh well, nice try." It's all good, brother. It's all good. Thank you so much. I didn't see the lag, unfortunately. I always go based off what my screen shows, because if I don't, then everybody's gonna swear that all their super chats hit when they don't. So I always that's why I have that rule. Always have that rule for that reason. Still with a like it with a 5, bro. That $51 should count. It was during the last 30 seconds. Nope, it's not going to count. I apologize. Thank you so much, Silver, for the like, and I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it. It's not going to count, but it does count towards tier 2. Unfortunately, or fortunately, I should say. But unfortunately, I don't think we're gonna hit it. Actually, what I have to do is for that $51, though. Hold on, wait. For that $51, we got to nuke the chat. Shout out to Twisted Master. Thank you so much, brother. I appreciate that. You absolute legend. Thank you, sir. I still got to put the belt on Mystique. Wait, play the music. There we go. Play the music. Where are we at? Let me see. Mystique. What the fuck? This fucking guy, bro. Bioty Wolf 19 with a $100 Red Boy Ultra Banger says, we're gonna do a stunner, but YouTube fucked up, so this is just for tier 2. I'm sorry if YouTube fucked up, man. I don't really know what happened there. Did we hit tier 2? According to TJAP, we did officially hit tier 2. What a fucking legend. Ladies and gentlemen, tier 2 has been hit for the 118th stream in a row. Shout out to all you guys, man. Holy fuck. Coming in clutch right at the very end. You guys are insane, bro. You guys are absolutely insane. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Bioty Wolf, thank you, Twisted Master. Thank you, everybody in the chat, for participating in the waifu battle. Hey, shout out to Dark Exile for tier 2. Also, Tifa Get Wrecked. What? Holy shit. He didn't even have to do that, but he did.
日は絶対もっとチャイニーズしたい深めに合い今すぐスタートボタンを押してみよう私はこんなんじゃないはず
Shout out to Dark Exile. Thank you so much, brother. I appreciate that. T-Jab. Damn, so Mystique still has never won a waifu battle? Oh my god, man. Poor girl. Poor girl. This was really close. Holy shit. $1 and a penny? This was closer than the last one. Wow. Mystique at $31.99 against Carmen Sandiego at $33, which means the winner and still waifu battle champion is none other than Carmen Sandiego, bro. That was really close. Really close. Holy shit. Let's do it one more time, ladies and gentlemen. One more time. Let's go. Considering the battle's that close, there has to be coping and seeding. There like has to be.
You are coping and seething. You just can't accept what you're seeing. Yes, you're coping and seething. The truth it is scalding, and now you are molding and coping so hard. Coping and seething.
That's going to do it for the waifu battle, ladies and gentlemen. Carmen Sandiego is going to go backstage. She will face off against another waifu tomorrow. Hypnocast, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Do not miss it, boys. Do not miss it. All right, guys. I think we are fully caught up everywhere. Shout out to all of you for helping us to get to our tiers. Shout out to all of you for joining us tonight and hanging out with us and having some fun. Thank you to everybody who liked the stream, commented, spammed the chat, super chatted, gifted memberships, everything. And shout out to the Hypno mods, especially for what they do every single day. I appreciate you guys as well. Join me tomorrow for the next Hypnocast. And that's basically it. Stay to the end for the raid, boys. And go support the videos. The more you support the videos when they go live, the better chance we have at growing. And we are very, very close, guys. We are nearing 99,000 subscribers. We are nearing that amount. It's absolutely insane. So thank you guys so much for everything. I appreciate you. And I will see you guys on the next one. Until then, go be bigots and go be gooners. Bye.
I am not gay. I have relationships with women and sex with men. And I got news for you. That means you get.
Poor kids are just as bright and just as talented as white kids.
Her dog, or her cat, was named Vagina. Vagina.
Put a ticket in, make her gay. Suck it, yeah, don't put a ticket in, make her lady gay. Fuck it, yeah, put a ticket in, make her gay. It means put a chicken in it, we eat, and make her fucking gay. Fucking pronouns! Fucking pronouns!
I bring life. I bring life. I bring life. I bring life. I bring life.